which is the one that lets you go for the Dagon armlet build if you so choose. All right, no minimum HP for condemned enemies. We'll see how this one gets going then. I think of just some quick Kale, but now we are fixed and ready to go again. The offlane shaker being flexed here very late. We were correct. It is going to be 4 straight. Oh, actually, no, it's PYW Doom, of course. So they did kind of take us for a little bit of a twist there in the end with the draft, but eventually we have ourselves our 10 heroes here for game number 1. A reminder, even if this is the last game, or the last series, I should say, in the the lower bracket finals in the qualifiers here, this is just a BO3 series between Team Tidebound and XG for that final slot at the DreamLeague Season 25 main event. Winter, I've given you some time to think, some time to ponder. You can see all the sight lines. You're like Doctor Strange. Which team, which lineup do you have a preference for here?
Radiant, probably. Dire looks like they just have a team where nobody wants to play support.
Yeah, that's fairly true, actually.
You get into a game, everyone is like, nope, I'm not buying wards.
Yeah. Well, you're playing that immortal draft, aren't you? I'm still stuck in the roll tokens, and let me tell you, yeah, I could very well see that happening to my team here with a draft like this. Here we go, though. At the horn, not a whole lot of action. Runes will be split for 2 apiece, Winter. So you like the bounty then, ultimately, or is it you just kind of like this overall 24 puck and the adjustment of the shaker? What's kind of won you over, would you say, for Team Tidebound's draft?
The overall picture, I think they have a much simpler way of playing the game. They have team fight, they have catch with puck, shaker, with the lich. Bounty is going to run around scout. I think Bounty is not so good into Spectre, because when you're scouting, when you're looking for information, you get caught. There's always a hero like Spectre, global hero that can come to you, you know. So I feel like he might end up feeding a lot this game as Bounty. But the rest of the heroes, I think they'll do really well.
See how things get going for
them.
them.
Terrorblade is like a Darkseer in a way into this Dusa. You're just gonna make
sure. Yeah, I see it. Do you think then he's going to take the right talent, so the reflection talent here at 10? Will he go that far?
Left, right at 10 and left at 15. Then you get your shot. Yeah. Basically, that's going to be very, very annoying. Like in the team fights, I think it's still good to get pipe this game. Last game, JT didn't go pipe. He just went for a carry build. But this game, pipe is just so valuable for 2 reasons. Because of all the magic from Lich, Puck, Shaker, and also because when you get your shot, you're always using your health, right? So with the pipe, it kind of covers that for you, so you don't really lose health.
Yeah, it's pure damage that you use your current health cost. But I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it's nice to try and keep more of your HP, and then of course with your condemned facet, you end up being able to do a whole lot more. PYW, he starts out with brown boots. I thought we were going to see some wave skipping shenanigans, but it seems like New is pretty content with the way the wave is. They did get a little ward down.
He found a mana burn. He found mana burn creep. He went all the way behind to find a creep. So this is going to be very annoying for the Medusa.
It's a double bargain, so at least he doesn't level up the ability.
They sort of like have 2 jungling heroes, you know, with Doom and Enchantress on both lanes.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is super annoying. I didn't know the mana burn also was basically like Nyx's, where it burns based off of percentage of their int. So this does a lot of damage, or a lot of mana burned from the Medusa. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's gonna have to ferry a lot of mangoes to make sure she can stay in this lane. Otherwise, level 2, you know, if you get caught, you'll die. Right, that is like just a spam. Casual Sinister Gaze, steal some mana, spam him down.
Yeah. Pretty much do whatever you can to try and keep this Deuce a little bit healthier as far as the mana looks. Let's check in top lane where Paulison, he's still holding on to his skill points. Oh, hold on. Maybe they're going to actually make the play on Shiro down bottom first. Yeah, PYW trying to run him down with the Scorched Earth. New level 1 Metamorphosis is just not going to be enough damage. Or is it? Actually, never mind. I'm completely wrong. It totally is enough damage. YW is going to digest the delicious lane creep, and that is going swimmingly for them down bottom. That is the perfect creep to have gotten here, huh? Couldn't order a much better one. What I wanted to look at was Paulison here, who does actually go for the Overprotective Wisps talent. I thought we would see the, whatever it's called, the enchants, you know, bonus damage, attack range talent.
Range. Yeah, attack range. That was what Boloka went yesterday. He went for full impetus and full enchant at level 8, I think. He didn't even have 1 point in the heal. Just went on to kill people.
But you would expect now with taking this facet.
I mean, I kind of like that on 4. Maybe on 5, it's still much more stable to get the heal faster.
Yeah, okay. Well, Paulison, if he's going to take a point and heal, it'll be at his 4th point now. Nothing to say. He's getting connected on here. Tornado's going to find him, and that is going to be a kill. Just gets ran down, waiting for the water rune. Nothing to say. Dropping the tap on a PYW. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, PYW again showing his prowess in the early game rotations. He really understands when he should move towards mid. I think it's very, very similar to the game where he was playing Tiny and he totally ruined the Sniper's game with his rotations.
Yeah, that was really funny. He makes it look so easy too, honestly. It's one of the most infuriating things about watching him play. And, you know, XM, again, he's not really, like, losing this lane, but just taking a look at their CS, XM, he could have used the rotation, right? He's 17-4 to the 24-3 now of this puck. Again, it's not going too terribly, but, yeah, it'd be a little bit easier here. Or life will be easier, now that they found a kill under the puck.
Yeah, this Doom has been extremely annoying. He knows when he needs to move. And Terabit didn't really need him in the meantime, you know, he had the wave under his tower, so Terabit in terms of CS, he's also doing really well. 24-7. Medusa is like 26, but he only has 1 deny, you know, so Terabit definitely feeling very, very comfortable here. And
Spectre, exactly, as long as he avoids as many snakes as possible, he's going to be just fine. Spectre, you're saying?
Yeah, on the other hand, he's also doing okay. This hero is not the best laner, so you don't really expect Spectre to be on top of the CS, but as long as you're getting good levels, once you hit your level 6, you want to be getting those kills secures, you know, as much as you can.
We are going through the gate. Okay, let's see what we can find. Why is
the gate? Wow,
yeah, we're pretty low on mana there. Scan is going to scout them. It may not save them, though.
Another mana burn creep.
The mana burn creep under the tower. Why? He is going to draw the aggro here of 4 heroes, 2 of them with the mana burn active. He's not even using those 10 stick charges. He'll save those for another rainy day. And this could be a tier 1 tower down here already, but Shiro will be happy that Scan connected, and he gets well out of the way of that one. That is something there. Planet, he's going to try and maybe make a bit of a difference here. Let's see for him how he gets away from this one. Yeah, the Spectral Dagger is going to be thrown. Gorgon's Grasp does not catch New. So Shiro can't really change much about his second support dying. The creep wave has been pulled slightly out of the tower range, but with the illusions here to tank, they will force out that glyph of fortification. Okay, nothing to say. Rotating here from the middle lane. Paulison is going to end up dying. The Overprotective Wisp level 1 not doing a whole lot. Why? Looks like he may just take a second death here, although with that Frost Armor, he's still alive. Nothing to say on his second bout of the spells, able to trade away 2 more in exchange for that life on the Lich. He's going to be unable to save that tier 1 tower, but does find, you know, 3 kills basically on the backside of that trade. Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. They did, and they got the tower. And even though they lost the tower, it's worth it for the Puck to make that rotation. And Puck, in the meantime, he was kind of like free farming top, you know, because there was no heroes at top. And now they are trying to make a heavy rotation. 3 heroes top. I don't know if they have enough to kill him. You know? I think Invoker needs to come if they want to kill the Shaker. He's way too strong.
Planet just watched 2 bounty runes disappear in thin air, as XM is going to be quick to snag those up. And it's been something I've noticed about XG. Sometimes they just leave bounty runes sitting around for a long time. It's nice to see that they picked those up. Here are the go 3 heroes now onto bot. Now careful, he does have himself an Echo Slam. Let's see if he wants to try and put himself into a position to use it. Walking back into the creep wave, he'll drop the slam. Good for the kill on a PYW. Paulison does have the attendance to keep himself alive for now, as XM rotating through Tornado is going to be dodged as Bach hugs the walls of the Lotus pool to stay alive. Planet now finding himself a little bit overcommitted. EMP's coming on through. That'll kill him off, as Bach still trying to find a way back into this fight. Still has himself a fissure. We'll connect it onto all three. Low looking worse for wear, but Bach is going to unfortunately be kited to death here. No heroes dying on the side of XG as they eventually find the 2 kills that they are looking for. But here comes something to say. Amplify damage rune in the bottle. He might have something to say about this trade that's not gone his team's way. XM, Invis. Ooh, let's see if he's going to stick around. They're going to see that illusory orb. They're chasing down after low. Coil's going to connect with the Amplify damage rune active, and they easily have the kill there. XM doesn't have a lot of mana. 21 charges, though, hitting them with the move speed slows. They actually have a sentry down now. XM retreats underneath his tier 1 tower. He's going to be just fine, so just the kill onto the Spectre.
It's better for, I guess, the XG side because they got the more valuable kill on the Shaker. Shaker was a very big one, so that was worth it. Spectre now just needs to get level 6 to be a part of even more kills, and XM here still trying to annoy Bach. Burns his mana again. Once the Spectre has level 6, this is going to get even more scary, this rotation from Invoker. I think you're fine trading your Spectre's life for the Shaker's life in the lane,
Yeah, I was going to say, because Bach's doing actually pretty well. He almost has the Blink Dagger fully completed. He's kept pace with Shiro. They both share 1 death, but CS-wise, the Shaker is looking pretty good. He's actually second and just behind the TV. And as New continues farming basically all by himself in this bottom lane. TP's incoming now for the mid lane as PYW is getting dove by Planet. Planet bites off a bit more than he could chew, falls victim to the first shadow step of the game. XM in the meantime, he's found Shiro in the jungle, burns all of his mana using an EMP. Shiro popping the emergency regen. I think he's going to live here. Wand charge is committed. Once again, enchanted under his tower. TPs are incoming to try and save him. They have vision again thanks to the Satyr. Mindstealer creep, and despite Wise best efforts with the Frost Shield, he still ends up dying. Oh, wow. That was a nice move from XG there as they divide and conquer around the map. And back mid, Mew putting a little bit of pressure here onto this tier 1 tower as well. Bach, and nothing to say, will rotate top lane in the meantime and do some damage here. But XG moving wonderfully around the map at the moment.
Yeah, they're gonna get another tower here with the siege wave. Bounty is like, he doesn't have a purpose in the game now. He is very weak, not level 6 yet, and he doesn't really like when the enemy is like grouping up.
Oh, echo! It's a big echo, but the tornado from XM prevents PYW from dying. In fact, they turn and drop the Doom here onto the Shaker. I don't believe they're gonna have the follow-up damage to kill him. XM caught by the sinister gaze as he is trying to run for his life. Paulison healing up as much as he can. They actually do get that kill onto Bach. Pardon me, I was wrong there, but it will come at the cost of PYW and XM's Invoker. Low just couldn't join that fight. Shadow Step, this cooldown very long here at the start of the game. Wow.
Yeah, at least that wasn't like track kills, Planet still not level 6 yet, but that was like a good defense there. Holding the tower. Wow, Paulson got the tower with the creeps.
Yeah, he got him with the skellies.
Okay, that kind of... Okay, I think you would accept that exchange as a grand total. You get the tower. Planet shows up. He has tracked now.
He does. He's tracked Paulison. XM don't really think he can kill Puck on his own. What's he building up here? It's going to be his own Witchblade now for the Invoker, who has fallen a bit behind, right? Nothing to say, I think, has been, generally speaking, a little bit more successful on these earlier rotations out of the laning stage. And Bach making very good use of that early Blink Dagger that he's managed to farm up. Had a very nice Echo Slam there. Nothing to say. Looking for a kill here onto the Doom. I think it's going to be a bit tough. And in the meantime, they have slightly overcommitted on Wise positioning. He's going to waste some time here, but eventually he still shall die. Coil isn't really going to change a lot here as they're going to give chase onto Planet. Nothing to say, doing what he can with a nice 2-man silence now. Saves the life of the Bounty. They're not really getting a whole lot. I mean, space created for Shiro, we should say, right? He's happily farming away. He's nearly got the Nantisile. New is going for the Pipe of Insight, so he's about to finish that Ring of Tarask. And then the team fight, part of me is going to be looking a little better for XG. Honestly, their team fight's still pretty bad. I don't really have any team fight at all.
They have a lot of sustain with Pipe, Sunder, and the Enchantress here.
Yeah, that's true. They're deceptively tanky. Looking for Planet. Shiro's going to get caught here, but he is not going to be doomed. It was simply on cooldown here for a few more seconds. So Shiro uses that Stone Gaze to get himself out of harm's way.
I think that team fight is not exactly that weak either. You know, you have Doom, you have Tornado EMP at this stage. I think those spells are very, very impactful this early on. And with, like I said, with the heal, with the Pipe, the Enchantress heal, you keep everyone alive.
I suppose it's just not a very combo-wombo draft.
It's not combo-wombo, but you can keep people alive.
Like PYW is getting combo-wombo. Wow, they Echo Slam that. He's going to Doom Bach? I don't think they kill him.
Nope.
All right, well, New will get something here. However, in the mid lane, Silenced Up is going to be nothing to say. He's going to end up getting jumped. A very nice commitment there by Low. I don't know if that was what the... I don't think that was the Orchid, was it? It was the Orchid.
It was the
Orchid.
I suppose. Yeah, it was.
It had to have been. Nothing else could silence him. Wow.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very difficult for them to move on the map right now with the Orchid plus the Invoker running around with Ghost Swap. You show on your map, you're not careful, you're gonna die, you know? So they have to try to stick and play it tighter, you know? They have to be together.
Bounty having a pretty rough go at it, too.
The Shaker kind of needs to maybe protect the puck, I think, for the next couple of minutes until he has the yields.
W, he's still giving chase down here. I think he sees him. He's going to trigger a TP out of the Lich. In the meantime, the top tower has fallen top lane. There's a tornado up there because they've gotten on top of Planet. They'll kill Planet. Meanwhile, back down bottom, they're actually very successful onto the Shaker, and that's because of the rotation from Low. They're really putting that Orchid to good use here. Wow.
Yeah, the game is starting to be really difficult for Team Tidebound here. If they can't really group up together, they have to farm. They need to be near each other so they can help each other out. You know, like you said, the Bounty doesn't really like playing games like this. I think his role right now is just going to be seeking information. He needs to see ideally where the Invoker and Doom they're walking around. He has to go and track them so they can't really walk around and find kills with the Shadow Step easily. So I think that's going to be his job right now. They find another one. Lich was under a ward. Okay, he has backup, so he is fine. Okay, this is what they need to do.
They're connecting onto him, though. XM smoke up. Oh, they're going to go around Paulison. Think he's going to see Bach first as Planet opens up this fight onto New simultaneously. EMP onto 2 before the silence from Nothing to Say can come in. Burns the mana of Bach very effectively. Check out that Chain Frost, though. That's a nice one. Bounces on over to Lu and bounces over to the creep wave. That's very fortunate for XG. Could have gone way worse for them there. Adding insult to injury here for Innocence, who goes down, but Bach, he still has the Echo Slam. Looks like he was maybe considering pulling the trigger here, but Low is pretty alone. They've got good magic damage. Never mind, they've got the kill, and that is a track kill. Paulison, he's going to run back on in and see if he can really make a difference here. Sunstrike, even at a low level, is going to be assisted for the kill now onto Bach. So they will trade there. Of course, the track kills are going to feel a lot better for this Radiant side. And again, I've got to say, Shiro, he continues farming very comfortably on his own side of the map here, pretty much, with the Manta now completed.
Yeah, he's kind of like the only hero that didn't participate in the brawl in the bot lane. So he's happily farming away. I mean, I think he's going to need like a pretty long time to come online this game. Because of the presence of the Tornado EMP. It's hard for him to join the fights, you know. He has to time his Manta to dodge the EMP if he gets targeted.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's going to be a little problematic for him. Faith Beyond's itemization. I mean, after the Blink Dagger, he's kind of slowed as well here. They'd love to get more of these trades going with the track on top, right? I think that would really help him out here in this kind of a game. Obviously, easier said than done with the way XG is playing, but I think that the track is a big reason why this game has been able to seem how close it is until they manage to jump the Dusa in the triangle. She just appears under reward, and just like that, she's gone just as quickly. Paulison bullying the rest of the team there with that Lone Centaur Conqueror. You can kind of just
again,
see the map movements,
under,
XG, they free reign.
yeah, under a ward, they caught Deuce under a ward. They placed it here a couple of minutes ago. Poison placed the ward. I mean, that's the hard part about dealing with Spectre. When you're under a ward, you're just gonna die. And it kind of forces you to play so close to each other that you're gonna be less efficient in your farming patterns. And the enemy just doesn't... they don't really have to be aggressive every time. And then when you're scared, they're just gonna farm
what
the
a
map.
hurricane. They moved back up to the high ground there. They actually kind of maybe moved him into his death. He's going to turn with the Echo. Can they get up asunder? No chance, actually. And I don't think with the ice armor that they're going to be able to get through Bach either. Sunstrike's going to swing wide as Tornado's going to be avoided by Nothing to Say, but does stop Shiro from collecting that kill. Nothing to Say is going to go even deeper here. Hit damage here on the puck, but he's taking that Witchblade damage now in return. Low jumps in very quickly to secure the kill onto Bach, so it still ends up becoming a 2-for-1, but with New dropping like that, it's going to be a better trade here again for the side of Team Tidebound.
Yeah, one track kill, I guess, but losing two, I mean, losing the Shaker at the end, probably not the desired result, with Spectre getting a kill. I mean, they just have to keep like doing this, they have to be close to each other. Somehow I feel like they just can't afford to split up. I think Dusa needs to... I think he can only stay under a ward sentry. They need to give him like a ward sentry, like make sure the Ancients is not warded, and then she's the only one that can be alone. I think the rest of them have to be like together all the time.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't dewarded the ward that got Shiro killed earlier.
Yeah, so I'm surprised too. He died there. He must have known that there's a vision here when the Spectre came and killed him.
Yeah. Well, for now, it hasn't been a problem quite yet. And again,
yeah,
because
by the
way,
we have a Midas on the support Doom as well. So yes, Midas and drums now. He is very, very farmed at the moment.
Yeah, he is. I love how he's still holding on. Oh, now he's got the purge creep, actually. What's he purging this game?
Trash.
Sure, I guess the frost armor is really annoying. Shiro feeling strong enough to get up there to the tower and destroy it. He's showing Eagle Song now, so it'll be a butterfly early item here after the Manta style. Manta online now for low. I think obviously at some point he'll upgrade into the Bloodthorn. But we'll see if he decides to make any other kind of adjustments from here. New showing up to this fight as well with this full Pipe of Insight. The Demon Zeal active now. As wow, with the Rally Skellies, they really do take down this Rosh at a convincing pace, don't they? Down he goes. First Aegis now into the inventory for low.
I'm surprised that he's the one taking it.
Who would you rather see?
I mean, Volker? Right? Volker is the one like, going in to fight. I guess the advantage with Spectre having the Aegis is he can be more aggressive with the Shadow Step. Go in first. Try to bait them to go on you.
Right. Well, it's not what he's decided for this time. We'll see what they want to go for. As we'll see an effort for the Tormentor. That might just kill Paulison. Oh, it was really close, actually. But he is going to be gifted the shard. Now he's got that Sproink to play with. Immediately puts it to use. What's Planet doing over here? Looking for a courier, are we? He's not going to be able to find much.
Looking for couriers. This is like the courier spot. This is like the place on the river you wait for the salmon to jump up if you're a black bear.
Mm-hmm.
On the hill, is it? On the upstream?
Yeah, it's on the waterfalls because salmon, they like to migrate upstream to spawn.
He's doing a good job now. He gets the track. This is very important. He gets the track onto the Invoker. So this is going to kind of protect them from the Invoker Ghost Walk gank with the Shadow Step for some time.
Yeah. They're underneath one of his wards as well, so he's giving a lot of vision for the team at the moment. Playing the information game, which is always really scary. It's scarier than it seems when you're on this side of the map with that little vision, as we've just seen. But with the track coming to a close, we see XG get back to it, as I think Y's going to get out of harm's way here. And everyone else here on the side of Team Tidebound is pretty defensively positioned. Nothing to Say showing very far up top lane, but he's going to TP back on in, so I reckon we'll see a smoke of our own over on the side of his team, Tidebound.
Is under attack.
Oh,
Oh, Shaker.
the invis from
running on.
PYW breaks the smoke. They don't have a sentry.
Wow.
That's very unfortunate for them. They just got the axe
Well.
on Shaker. They want to fight, and now, oops,
Has been killed.
It's been scouted.
Plans are
and-
void.
Tower is under attack.
Mhm. You can see though, XG, they're not totally convinced that this is a safe tier 2 tower to push either though, even with this Aegis on low. Planet, who by the way, I mean, let's see, yeah, he's just standing here, yeah, puts a track down onto that Spectre up there, but now we see New activate the Metamorphosis. It looks like he's going to try and make a play here for that tier 2 tower and force
Radiant's
the issue.
bottom tower is under attack.
The Butterfly's completed on the Medusa. I have Scotty here in the quick buy. And again, well, with Bloodthorn being next up in the quick buy, I suppose Low will have something to address that. But until then, it's going to have to be a lot of magic
Dire's
damage.
turret has been killed.
Planet finally finds himself a courier.
Has fallen.
Yeah, I wonder if you go Lincolns to kind of prevent that. I think Lincolns is the counter to Spectre now. You stop him from using the Shadow Step on you, so he can't come over to kill you.
He can't come over and kill you.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, you're right. It's just a kind of a funny way to put it, you know?
Also, he can't haunt over to kill you. Okay, that sounds better for you.
You make it sound like it's like a YouTube ad. Careful here. Silence onto 2. Good force step up to the high ground and reposition himself for XM. Stops the fight. You know, you make it sound like it's some like VPN ad, you know? Oh, it's a dangerous world out there whenever there's a Spectre in one of your games. You know what the biggest danger is? It's your personal information getting leaked. That's why I use sponsor VPN. Blah, 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 you know? You ever get those YouTube ads, Winter, when you watch your tennis recap videos?
No, I get tennis ads, you know, they tell me to buy Wilson rackets.
Radiant are scanning.
I see. Which is funny, because you don't play any tennis, do you?
Yeah, but the AI doesn't know, right? He thinks that this person is watching tennis. He must be.
That's right.
tennis.
Must be a huge tennis player. Little does he know. Winter didn't play pickleball. Top lane. They're onto the Lich here with that Orchid. He is going to go down to the Soul Burn. Not much they could do as Bach. No TP cancel there available for him. Doom no longer mutes, so it wouldn't have stopped it either. It would have had to been the Infernal Void. What else do you have, PYW? Oh, that's why he's invisible all the time. He's got a Shadow Blade now. So he's used his Devil's Bargain to sell the Midas.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are very, very happy with the state of like the game, like the pacing, right? The Doom, you have like Doom 4, Chandra's 5, like all your heroes scale so well, and then late game you have Terror Blade into the Tusa. So I don't really feel like they're in any rush to pressure, you know, whereas if you're Team Tidebound, I think the pressure's probably on you. You have Bounty, you want to look for kills. Like Medusa has this butterfly timing, which you kind of also want to abuse. But then again, you mentioned like the Bloodthorn already completed, right? So Bloodthorn kind of counters the butterfly. So she's not exactly that invincible when the team fights to physical damage.
Why not? He's going to get caught here. Or is he? I don't know. They've seen him, but I think they just have a dust and he's already across the
They
bridge.
need a jam, Richie. This guy is too much.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
cockroach
they
is
do.
pesky
He
bug
has
walking
been-
around.
He has been allowed to plunder for far too long, this planet. Look at him. He's going back to find another courier here. He's probably not going to get the Spectres with how close she is to the base. But that is going to be now a complete Bloodthorn as she's going to build into the Haunt Ags next. I think she's going to look for an opportunity now. They find the Doom actually onto the Dusa. Bach needs to jump in, but he's blinked in initially, so he doesn't have another one until he goes in with the Echo Slam. It's not good enough for a kill quite yet, with the Chain Frost bouncing around. It's good for the kill onto low. The Medusa still alive and able to try and evade the fight, but the Tornado does end up sweeping her off of her feet into the hands here of Paulison, who needs a little bit more damage, but will not be able to turn and face that Medusa. She stone gazes away from the fight so far. A 1-for-1 trade as the Chain Frost is the difference maker. Planet, he's going to be dusted up now, and it seems like with a Sunstrike on his, he will drop. Nothing to say. Good initiation onto 2. Maybe considering chasing after the kill for PYW. He's going to be able to survive and TPOA 2 supports then in exchange for the Spectre. Probably still a better trade here.
That was like 2 big plays there. Like POW saved himself with the push. He removed the the Witchblade debuff, so he was able to
yeah.
live. Yeah, then Medusa somehow he got enough mana to get the Stone Gaze off. You know, he survived the initial Doom, and I think he got a big snake off or a big stick off. Then he was able to run away there. You know, then die to the initial burst. It was a close fight, very close fight. Could have gone either way.
It's going to go slightly the way of Team Tidebound, I think. Not concerning amounts, though, I would say, for XG, but certainly advantage Team Tidebound.
Top tower is under attack.
As we hit the 28-minute mark, the game has been remarkably close, I have to say. 60-40 here, favoring the side of XG just slightly is Dota Plus.
Yeah.
Net worth has not really been more than a 4K advantage one way or the other. Careful here, Shiro. Doesn't have Stone Gaze this time. Well, now he does, actually. Nothing to say. Joining from the side, amplified damage and ready to go. He's got his own Lincoln Sphere, so he's going to be pretty hard to control now. New. He has himself a Sunder. We'll see if he wants to
Stone
use it.
Gaze.
Paulus as the Yule Scepter on Puck, trying to buy a little bit more time. XM force-staffed right in the middle of the fight, as Shiro eventually able to lock him down and get the killing blow. Okay. XG kind of meandering into this fight accidentally. Doesn't really work out well for them here.
Yeah, the Doom was like 5 seconds on cooldown still, you know. They went in a little bit too soon. Just rushed things a little bit too much there. They have to like just chill, I think just farm. Oh, he's gonna get the Doom on the Puck.
Yeah,
gonna be
that's a
very
big one. Yule Scepter to buy some time here. Is there going to be enough follow-up to actually kill this Puck off? She's
Shadow
in the
Step.
middle of her entire team. In they go. Echo Slam to try and stop the Shadow Step and punish it. It might have done just enough. Indeed, it will, thanks to the Soul Burn damage. And look at this reflection. It's clearing house from Mew. They're chasing after him. Planet's going to go down. Bach, all he can do is just lay down a fissure and try and survive a little bit longer, as he does manage to get up to the high ground to safety. Chased down by his own reflection. My goodness. But it's left Shiro all alone. They have no way to cancel his TP, so he is safe and sound back in the fountain regenning. But my goodness, that was a terrifying Medusa reflection. Did 1,000 damage to the bounty hunter.
You are your worst nightmare. This is terrible.
Well, he says your carry is your worst nightmare, really.
She practically killed 3 heroes, almost killed 3 heroes. Oshaker was able to just go out, get out because he has Axe. This is so terrifying. They need a lot of dispels for this Lotus. Anyone buying a Lotus? They have a Lotus on Bounty, so he has to. I think he has to kind of save it to remove the reflection now.
Seriously, yeah, you're actually totally right. You got to dispel that Medusa reflection, otherwise she's gonna just kill you and the rest of your team.
If she gets reflection on her with the Demon Zeal, you are gonna die instantly.
Yeah, that's pretty scary stuff. 50 bonus attack speed on a Medusa Illusion, which has the multi-spot. Sorry,
oh, XM with the Hex. Hex rebuild.
Yeah. Oh, nothing to say. He's been caught. Lotus is going to try and give him a little bit more time to escape. And he does lock down this Spectre here. Oh, in goes Bach. He's got an Echo Slam, but really does he want to use it here? Actually doesn't. It's on cooldown for 20 seconds, but it matters not. The Chain Frost does the damage. Why? Still alive here, sustaining through this fight. As New, he has not popped this Metamorphosis yet. I don't know. We've seen a Sunder all game either, have we? Shaker is going to be controlled here. Gets back up to the high ground, but before he perishes low, even though he loses the Aegis, takes up a double kill here towards the tail end of this fight. Nothing to say, survives on just about 50 HP, as he is going to be able to jaunt himself over to the other side of the river.
Well, that is a very, very big fight again. Now it's going to allow them to push. They fully utilizes the Aegis on Spectre, and now this is going to be a difficult high ground defense, you know, with Lich being dead, so there's no force armor for the tower. They're going to have to just wait 10 seconds, buy 10 seconds.
We have a Doom as well, by the way, so that's going to be a threat to Shiro, as there's going to be the reflection doing work. They actually decide to commit the Doom. They're in on him now. Can they kill him off, though? I think they'll burn the mana, but they will lack the damage. I mean, yeah, you can't heal, but you can gain mana under the effect of Doom, can't you? That's a pretty sweet interaction there for him. He is going to be just dandy. Shiro TPing back into the middle to continue defending the barracks. Another tornado sweeping on through. Doesn't catch anyone.
Wow, they saved the
with
Rex.
Nothing to say, stay on the high ground. It is going to be a high ground mostly defended. They did lose a tier 3 tower, but now it's time to get at him. Bach giving chase here. The cover of a smoke. Might actually be able to catch one. Up onto the cliff he goes. He's going to see Paulison. Paulison is going to eat a stun. The Yule sceptered up into the air as they encircle the poor Bambi and absolutely make some delicious venison out of her. Down she goes.
Yeah, they have to try to abuse this part of the game where the Doom is still down on cooldown, get as much as they can off the map. And Medusa's going BKB next. Okay, this is, I guess, important to remove the reflection as well.
Yeah.
You can't afford to have reflection
actually.
illusion on him.
That'll be a pretty big deal. Hey, check out this news itemization. He's gone for a heart on the TB. Is this the normal offlane TB build? I've never seen it really go this late, to be honest. Usually they just kind of turn into carries.
No, I actually think that usually people just build carry items. I think after the pipe, you just go carry items. This is the first for me, getting a heart. I think he just wants to be able to tank in front, be a front line. So you kind of enable your Invoker and Spectre to kind of do their thing, to be more patient with their initiations because you're so hard to kill.
Sure. Maybe the illusions being tankier is going to make life more difficult for these supports as well. At some point, you know, sending out the illusions to just do some scouting.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a small little thing. I think the main thing is because as long as he's alive, he's casting his reflection. So he just wants to be able to do that.
Yeah, 2 heroes almost dying there. But this, don't worry, this is not Bet Boom team, so they don't feed their cores to the Tormentor. As Planet picks up his shard, Spectre will get theirs for free. Dispersion can be activated to increase the amount absorbed and reflected by dispersion by 50%.
Yeah, I imagine you get it. You click on it when Shaker comes in to echo you. It's magic.
Yeah. So this is just like Blade Mail, I guess. It just turns your shit into Blade Mail. Okay. Ooh, you become very spiky indeed, I guess, with the shard. Okay, another smoke play now. Shiro doesn't quite have BKB. He's 100 gold short. I think he'll get it, yeah, off of that Mystic Snake. So now Silver Edge, Butterfly, Eye of Scotty, BKB, and Manta Style. He's just about 6 slotted here. I suppose he could probably upgrade into a Swift Blink eventually, but
double smoke. Yeah, W wants to doom the puck.
Smoke is going to break. Let's see who they can find. The Doom's actually going to be onto the Lich. He's been causing problems. He does have a buyback in this fight should he choose to use it. Planet, he is getting ran down as Shiro. He splits the fight with the BKB and the Stone Gaze. Maybe he's going to be able to find Paulison. Maybe not even, as he force-taps himself away. He's going to be just fine. All of a sudden, hexed up and in trouble is Shiro. Low on mana, hits off the Manta Style into the Silver Edge. He's bought time at least for the Echo Slam, but it's not really made that big of a difference. The break, though, it's pretty good on the low. Low, though, sundered up by New, and New's going to be able to regen up all this. Meanwhile, they've managed to focus down on Shiro, dropping a very spicy meatball down onto him. Why? He's bought back and has at least put in the damage to take down the Invoker with the Chain Frost and Ice Fire. Paulison, he sees why, trying to escape, and well, they can't actually stop him. His reflection's going to slowly chase after him. As now New heads through the Twin Gate to get him, and yeah, I don't think he's making it out alive. Unfortunately for him, he will drop. That is going to be a dieback for him. Of course, the biggest kill in that fight is going to be the one onto the Medusa. Really nice thunder there from New. That's a whole different avenue for the heart to look really good, isn't it?
Yeah, he just tanks everything, you know, doesn't die. Gets the Sunder, very good Sunder off. I mean, if they're winning the fights, even if they're using the Doom on Lich, means that they're in a very comfortable position in a team fight. You know, it's just difficult. Spectre clicks the horn, they see everybody, they understand who they need to go on. I mean, they just let the Medusa do her thing, you know, just kite, you know, they killed everyone else first. I think especially like the Lich dying first was crucial, and they got the Shaker next. He didn't really get like a... I think he got the dispersion off, you know, when he was about to get Echo Slam, so he didn't really take much damage there.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's just kind of a little bit ridiculous to see for sure. Nothing to say. He's going to remove the wards that caused that fight to go so poorly for them.
Interesting, yeah. Wind Waker next item for Terrorblade. Yeah.
Hey.
He just wants to keep his teammates alive, you know. Once you get the Wind Waker, you can keep them alive.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite play styles, though. I really commend New for thinking pretty originally, just like trying to address a lot of the problems in the team fights with items.
He is at like 500 move speed with the Zeus, SMY, Elven Tunic.
I think
This
he'll
looks
be
really,
faster
really
with
fun.
the Zeal active. I think he's going to be basically max move speed here. Let's see. He's got it ready. Let's see when he wants to use it. I think he literally, I mean, it's nighttime, right? So that helps. So he's 460 in the day, but I think he'll be max move speed once he activates Demon Zeal. Yeah, it's just 100 move speed. He's just going to be sprinting around this guy. Can't stop him.
Sprinting around, casting Q on your Medusa. How annoying. On a 10-second CD.
Yeah, very, very, very annoying. Okay, so Dusa's next power spike is obviously going to be this 25 talent, and obviously she's going to take +1 second Gorgon Grasp. Oh, brother. What will they do to stop her now? Of course, Split Shot uses modifiers, but without any crits right now, I mean, the Daedalus is being built. Okay, that'll address that problem then, because Shiro just needs to get out a little bit more damage, a little bit faster. Speaking of damage, that's an amplified damage rune in the river picked up by XM. Shiro. Ooh, their paths nearly crossing here. They've seen the Dusa illusions. There's a ward up on the high ground now as Shiro is going to be scouted himself. Fortunately for him, he is well out of engagement range here of XG. This is no XM Storm Spirit. Otherwise, for sure, they'd be zip-zapping onto his ass by now.
And he also has to worry about the halberd. Like Doom has a halberd now. Because all their damage is going to be coming from the Medusa. If he actually just gets the halberd after the BKB, they kite the BKB. They halberd him after. I don't see how they're gonna kill heroes, you know, because she's the majority of their damage right now. Shaker doesn't really have enough to kill everyone. Puck as well doesn't really have enough. I think for them to win the team fight, they somehow have to get like some huge Echo Slam, and they need to burst one target. I think the damage has to come from Echo plus the Lich Chain Frost with the Spire. They need to burst one hero down from full to nothing.
See if they can get it done. I mean, it's just getting really hard to do now that these heroes tank up. There's a BKB on PYW, there's a BKB on XM.
And the Sunder, you know, just in case you catch them, they don't get their BKB. But if Neo is not in stun, then he gets the Sunder off, then the fight will be just over.
Wow. So Neo picked up the Ag's Blessing, by the way, here that dropped with the third Rosh. He's got level 20, and now he's got himself a Terror Wave, which is very nice against some of these supports, isn't it?
Yeah, if you especially can get it when the Puck or the Shaker is jumping in, you just win the team fight.
Yeah, certainly makes these fights even more difficult. And, you know, I really don't even know what Shiro does at this moment. He sold his power treads just to get that Chrysalis into the inventory. A move, by the way, which I support, but it seems like he's going to need to... I don't know, maybe he should have gone for a Rapier.
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually didn't go for Rapier.
Yeah,
Rapier would have been better.
He kind of needs to do it all in these fights, right?
Yeah, he is under a lot of pressure to kill everything. It's tough, you know, like he's going for the safer play, but we don't know if it's going to be enough, you know. We'll eventually find out.
Tier 2 towers are all now kaput. XG now moments away, I imagine, from trying to find a siege up onto the high ground. They're going to sweep across the map where they may find a bounty hunter. They may not. Smokes, I think, are going to break. Oh, yeah, they're going to see him. Can he escape? Betrayed by his own reflection. There's still dust on these guys as well. And, well, I think there's not going to be a way out for him here with the way that they've encircled him. Down he goes, dead for 50.
Nope, he has no way out. And now, finally, Terrorblade has decided that it is time for me to build carry items. Wait, did he not get the Wind Waker? I thought he bought the Wind Waker.
I guess he didn't. Yeah, I guess he did.
He's gonna TP.
Oh, hold on. They found a Doom. They found a
Puck.
Doom onto the Puck, and they have a Nullifier. Oh, no way out for nothing to say. The Terrorize as well. It has caught Shiro. Shiro, who's activated the Stone Gaze already. There's going to be a Shadow Step, but low in trouble. He is just consuming this entire Chain Frost. To be honest, though, he's so darn tanky. He looks pretty fine, actually. He looks just A-okay. Two heroes, well, I guess really just the Puck dead, just like that, as XG sweep and jump across the map and pick off another.
It's going to be very difficult for him to hold. They need to somehow land some miracle Earthshaker Echo Slam. But even then, you know, I don't know if they have enough damage. So blink in, try to get a Fissure Block here.
Yeah, okay, pretty decent. But Neo, he's just so tanky, honestly, with the heart and the S and Y. He's just not locked down for long enough. 40 seconds until the Puck rejoins the battle. Until then, it's going to be up to the Dusa and the Illusions. Bach doing what he can from the wings. He's got his own BKB now, so he's not going to be as vulnerable here to the Terror Wave, for example, or the Invoker spells, but that Scythe of Vice if it catches him off guard, is still going to be problematic. Can't nullify the tower at the very least. That's low. Safe and sound for now, but taking a lot of damage here out from Shiro. They find a tornado finally onto the Medusa. The EMP is going to burn a lot of her mana here. Still, the slow siege continues. As the puck respawns. One less tier 3 tower in their base, but still otherwise very much in this game. Winter, 42 minutes, about 43 in. It's a 20 kill lead, standing 15-35 in favor of XG. But noteworthy, I think all 3 Aegises have gone to XG. This is the 3rd one now online for the Spectre. They're pushing a 20k net worth lead. Seems like it is their game to lose at this moment.
Yeah, it just feels like really impossible for Team Tidebound to win the team fights. There's just so many things they have to be worrying about, and they don't really have a lot of damage coming on other heroes, except for Medusa. I guess Puck does quite a bit if the fight somehow drags out. That's why if you remember the last couple of fights, PYW has just been targeting the Puck because he knows that he just needs to get the Doom on the Puck. They kill him. He's the secondary damage source apart from the Medusa, and that's it. The other heroes can't really do enough to win them the team fight. And Shaker has finally chosen to get a BKB after use. His item build is a little bit wonky, Use Academics use, and now he decides that he needs a BKB.
Right. I was just looking at Shiro's quick buy. He had only mangoes in the quick buy, but will now reconsider and pin that Divine Rapier. It does feel like Divine time, I'd say, at the moment. Dota Plus, though, still feeling, I wouldn't say too optimistic anymore. It's about 70-30 here in favor of XG's, where we currently stand, as the net worth lead continues to dip in favor here of XG. But this age is now on its last moments, will be reclaimed, and if there is a time for Team Tidebound to be making a move, it'll be soon here, before a 4th potential Aegis comes online. That'll probably have another Ag's Blessing on it at this stage. I mean, who knows, a Doom? Hell, maybe even we get little friends out here, who knows? Paulison, speaking of little friends, you can use some big friends here. They're kind of stalking him. But he's got XM and New behind him now, backing him up. This is not a very easy kill onto a Bambi. She's got 3,000 HP.
Yeah, with the Shroud, it's going to take a while before you kill her. And she has the aesthetic cap as well, so it's going to be tough. If you don't have a
aesthetic,
I think
not aesthetic. I like the aesthetic cap, though,
Yeah. One of the best items, tier 4 items. And they're just kind of stuck in their base, whereas actually you have a global hero like Spectre, so you take full advantage of the state of the game and your opponents are just stuck in a base. You're farming way more.
They see Bounty, and let's see what they want to do. They're just going to doom him. Low's going to jump in immediately. They've already hit him now with the Nullifier. He's got no way out. Does drop a gem. And you can see the rest of the team just too afraid to leave the base here, honestly. PYW BKB is just to guarantee the kill. But there goes
look at the
Bounty.
wards.
That's what happens when you try and leave the
they
base.
They have like one ward where the Bounty died and one ward on the Tormentor. That's why you can't even leave your base. And now they see nothing to say. PYW didn't actually use his Doom, so he might be able to get... Okay, his TP is on cooldown. He TP back to base.
He didn't use his Doom. You're totally right. They just killed him the old-fashioned way. My bad. I don't know what I guess I got confused with the Infernal Blade effect.
They need to break his...
They might still find him, though. XM, yeah. They broke the Lincolns, and let's see. No way out of this one. He does get an Illusory Orb out. He's going to be able to jaunt, but it's... yeah, there's just going to be a haunt waiting for you on the other side of that one, my friend. And that is going to be a big kill here onto the Puck. Oh, it's okay. He used his 160-second cooldown. Yeah. But guess what? He just bought himself a Refresher Orb low. He's got another combo ready to use as soon as he, has a little bit more mana. But that'll crack the space wide open. He's going to send in the illusions to start doing some work. You can see they really actually kind of struggle to kill these things as the Tornado sweeps up Shiro. Gets a 4-step away somewhat. Oh, Divine's in play here, by the way, on that Medusa. So there is a Divine now, ready to be used. Of course, it's on its physical damage mode. It would be a little bit silly to see it on magic damage for the Dusa. So this top lane of Barracks currently being targeted down, being focused. is not long for this world. Immediately knew he's going to shift attention now over to the mid lane tier 3 tower. That's the last tier 3 tower that stands. They finally gotten their first barrack, so they have refreshed the fortify. A little bit more frost armor here for the tower, as the Deuce is starting to do a little bit more damage. She does actually have split shot, uses modifiers now, and she is a bit of a threat. At the same time, it is a 4 versus 5 scenario here as XG are shoving into the base. Really, really applying a lot of pressure here, showcasing that 30k and that worth lead that they've mustered so far. 10 seconds until Nothing to Say respawns.
Yeah, one more fight
so far
in the tank.
The damage has been fairly limited, I want to say. Another EMP here is going to make life difficult for Shiro. But the damage has been limited. They have held on still to a lane and a half of barracks. And XG, they will be retreating back into the jungle, maybe to wait for Rosh number 4.
Sensible play, yeah. Don't want to throw the game away like what happened in the last series. And they've been like playing so well, like overall. It's very hard to find fault in how they're moving on the map, their macro movements, how they're controlling the game when they get a lead. The team fights are going on the right heroes, using the spells on the right heroes, and as well as the itemizations on the whole team up actually have been excellent so far. You know.
What? Have you seen this courier for Enchantress? This courier has 6 of 156 HP. That doesn't really look right. Something's wrong with that courier. Either way, smoke play out from Team Tidebound. They're hoping to try and snipe a Rosh in progress, but no one is home. And with the illusions now getting onto the barracks, even with the backdoor enabled, they are going to have to be recalled to defend the base. Unfortunately, the smoke move does not pan out here for Team Tidebound. Team Tidebound.
I mean, the team fights, you just imagine, right? If the Terrorblade gets reflection on you, and then you have 2 haunts on you, all the illusions on you, people are just gonna die, especially the supports are just gonna disappear. It's gonna be so hard for them to take a team fight. I don't think they can actually leave their base to fight outside, even though it's like you don't really want to give up this Rosh, but you just can't, you know. I think it was a good try to smoke out. If the Roshan spawned, if they got lucky, they could have maybe tried to finish it. But all they can look for now is to just sit in the base and wait for them to come over to fight you.
So Rosh number 4, his blessing goes to the Doom. He's got the AoE Doom now ready to go, and of course he can Doom himself. Aegis on the TV this time around, actually. So who's taking the cheese? Where is our fondue? Was there no cheese? All right, because cheese spawns bottom now, right? No, it's Refresher Shard. Where'd the cheese go, huh? Did they leave it?
No.
The mystery of the cheese, Winter.
No, you don't get. I don't think you get a cheese, right?
You get a cheese?
With eggs? Where's the cheese? I don't think there's a cheese.
Inflation really be hitting us all these days, huh?
You know how expensive is a block of cheese?
Yeah, I do actually. It's very expensive.
A block of mozzarella?
More like a block of Parmigiano Reggiano. Or Pecorino Romano. Oof.
Yeah, you make your
cheeses.
carbonara inside the the block.
Inside the cheese?
Yeah.
No, I would never do that. It doesn't sound that good. But I would if I had to battle a legendary creature like Roshan. That's what I would do, unfortunately. He's no longer with us. Aegis number 4 riding online here for XG. As well, if we wait just 8 more minutes, we'll get these tier 5 neutral items online. That's going to be the next big spike. For now, though, they feel incredibly strong. Raging Fury Invoker is online. That's the second refresher on top of Lowe's. Aegis riding on this new TB. And remember, he's the offlaner, but he's got a heart, he's got a butterfly, he's got an SNY, and now he is beating into your mid lane of barracks. Really, just the illusions doing so. So quite a low pressure siege.
Yeah, low commando. They don't really need to, put anyone to hit the tower. Actually, outside of TV, no one else really wants to hit the tower. They're just gonna wait. TV is like just sending his illusions in. Spectre sending his illusions in. I mean, if they want, they could just pop horns, and see how it goes, and then just poke them first. There's just so many options.
See how it goes. Yeah, poking with the tornado.
No
EMP.
commando. no committal, you know? The downside is Horn is a very long cooldown.
That it is. And they also still have this Frost Shield, which is really slowing this push to a crawl. Again, everyone on their team is getting pretty strong, so I don't think they're like too unhappy with this, but just kind of begs the question, what are we waiting for? Paulison, he sees an enemy courier. Is this going to buy another rapier? No, it's bought an Eagle Song. It's going to become glyphed now, but it's still killed off. Eagle Song. What did he need another Eagle Song for? I guess the Swift Link, that's what he needed it for.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he wants to try and blink into the... I guess he just wants to try and blink in the middle, pop BKB and hit everybody.
Dude, I mean, maybe. I don't know what they do. Look how much they're struggling with these illusions, by the way. I mean, TB, he's chipping at these things, but they do regen at 5 a second. Both melee racks mid and bottom are alive. You know, I have to say, Winter, I think you said earlier you couldn't really find a problem with the way XG played this game. And I think if you ignore the enemy base, I've got to completely agree with you. Maybe it's just a bit of a hard draft to actually end on. But I can say, after watching them play all day, they aren't very good at decisively ending games when they kind of get into this, I don't want to say stalemates, but when, you know, one team is turtling. It's not been easy for them. Oh, okay, Echo Slam on the back lines, but XM, he's actually gotten off the BKB. Not going to save him, though. He still ends up dropping low. He's in deep here, but he's taking so much damage. Chain Frost now bouncing around.
Spectre's down.
He has just died. He does not have an Aegis. They did get the mid lane of Barracks, though. That does manage to fall here in the middle of it, thanks to the rally creeps, the Hill Troll Summoner that they found. But they fought back here on XM. So there's a window back into this game, I have to say, for Team Tidebound. I mean, look, you get megas, and how much of this game really changes, I have to say.
Not much. It's not going to be easy to end the game. I mean, you can get the Rex. I think eventually the Rexes are going to fall. You know, just by chipping with illusions, your Forge Spirits, and everything else that Enchantress has. But there has to be a fight in order to finish the game at the throne. They're going to have to eventually commit onto a fight. I mean, I don't know, you know, the Terrorblade was holding the Aegis, but he was like really conservative with how he was playing the fight. You know, he was like just hanging back, staying in the back line. He wasn't really like going in and at least making the enemy focus him and doing something with the Aegis. Well, I guess they also got jumped by the Shaker. They were not exactly ready there.
Yeah, they forgot that Bach was in the game. It's been a while since the Shaker's done anything.
He was taking a nap for quite some time, you know. That's why. That's the strat, you know.
54-minute Tormentor, that'll give PYW his shard. He now has level death. Okay, does something, I'm sure. But Team Tidebound, they're actually moving out now on the map. We'll see what they can find. They're going to be recalled shortly because there's a big wave pushing in top. But they will go sweeping across the map to see what they can find.
Yeah, top lane, PYW. He TP'd in, level 2 travels. They want to find a pick here with the Spectre.
Yeah, this may not work out for them, though. Ooh, Planet, he's not going to continue the run. Instead, maybe it'll be nothing to say. He's got a Lincolns, he has a Yules. And can they find him? Not quite. It's a difficult catch, and they've actually seen the Doom because they've got a Sentry there all of a sudden now. We might have a fight breaking out here. That's Planet already dead. He does have buyback. I think he's going to have to hang on to it. Shiro, he avoids at least a Tornado. This EMP, though, it's going to do a lot of damage
Medusa,
to him. Okay,
she's in trouble.
The coil's onto 2. The Doom's just
down.
dead low. He's just immediately there, and he's picked up the Aegis immediately. They get the Doom now onto the puck as well. No running for you, nothing to say. They've got buyback on all of these heroes, Winter. I reckon they're going to have to use it, but Low is even more lethal now as he clutches the favorite rapier of all the carries, the enemy's rapier.
Does he have like a backup rapier? Oh, he does not.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't have enough money. He's actually going to maybe try for a refresher as he looks to push out this bottom wave, but 2 buybacks, 2 big kills there onto the cores. As Team Tidebound take a fight out of the base, and it does not go their way. 60k now the net worth lead as New leading them back down bottom. There's going to be the backup rapier purchased here already, but they're going to need to try and defend this bottom barracks. This is a pretty scary push actually for New. He's completely alone here. Low is always with him, not only just in spirit, but because of course of the Haunts, the Refresher, and the Shadow Step. But the barracks now being focused down. New, he's just going to jump right in the middle of the entire enemy base as Shiro lets loose here on the stone gaze. Blinks forward, but he's actually getting hexed up as now XM looking to try and turn this one around. Barracks so far still going defended as Shiro lets loose with that Divine Rapier now. Fortify is going to be used. New, he's right in the middle of the enemy base with a big terror wave. I think he caught all 5. Shiro's nearly dead. Has to BKB just to simply run away now. But Low, he's breaking everyone else down as Nothing to Say has gone down. Low's going to get Bach as well. Finally, Xtreme Gaming unleashed into the base.
Oh, the Echo with the death chain frost
here. Okay, they actually get a kill. Bach's going to die immediately for that. He actually only gets Low. Shiro's still alive, but now has 2 Divine Rapiers in the inventory. Megas have spawned in and are charging their way down the lanes as we speak. But still, this game, it refuses to end as Shiro, he is going to not want to let him out this early.
He has the Rapier back.
There he goes. Yeah, the double Rapier. He blinks on in, gets hexed up again. Low playing very patiently here. He actually doesn't have the refresher. Now he can buy back and actually shadow step back on in. Before it was on a cooldown still. But the Megas arriving into the base. The siege continues here. New, a play really to open that up was just going to be that blink and terror wave as in goes the Medusa trying to just blow up these heroes. Low, he's bought back. He's immediately back into this game now as they find the Doom as well onto the Medusa. And this time there's going to be no buyback. This time there will be no additional holds as XG close out this game. One Low scoops up those Divine Rapiers as we end game 1 in 58.5 minutes. It took XG some time to muster up the courage, but eventually they will close out this game 1 with the victory.
Yeah, again, you know, a very...
Winter, what do you... I need you to lay down the verdict. We need you to lay down the law here, establish some ground rules, and just update us. Position 3, Terrorblade. Is it a W for you or is it an L for you? Where do you have it? What column is it in?
It was really popular like a month or 2 months ago because it was so broken. Then they I think they nerfed the cooldown. Or maybe the talents. I think they nerfed the talents. It was minus
I think it was
5
the talents. The
5 seconds reflection cooldown at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did they nerfed something else? I don't remember which one. So basically
These days,
it was
as it stands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it was like really imba that you can actually play around it. But now they found a new build where you build pipe and you get the shard to abuse it, you know. So you are playing around still with your reflection, and with a pipe, you kind of help your team a lot in terms of being survivable. And now this is getting like to be the norm, right? You wait until 40 seconds and then you pop your smoke and try and get the first blood.
I love this ward that PYW's put down. It's the one that now Team Tidebound are about to cross. You cut down this tree and you basically get 360 vision on the old Rosh pit. So that's a very strong ward. The biggest downside for this is if the enemies have a sentry up on the cliff ward spot next to it, sometimes it'll get scouted and removed. But it's a nice one. Hold on. Bach is going to be found. Let's see how many enemies are going to try and find him. That's a tough kill just based off of pathing. But New, he's going to unlight a Watcher still under the cover of smoke. Y's going to run back up there and find out that they've been outmaneuvered. Last game, they started with 3 bounties. This time, it'll be XG snagging 3 as the horn blows.
Yeah, the smoke didn't work out for them. So they're going to lose one of the runes. Not the end of the world, but it's annoying, you know. You have to wait a little bit to buy your second set of tangles if that's what you want. But we'll see. Looking at the lane, so the key lane to watch out for. Which is the key lane? The Ursa lane, because he has to win his lane, I guess. Ursa and
I was going to say, right? The Broodmother lane as well here. Bat Rider can get off to a good start. I think they're going to have to really rely on a lot of individual skill and abusing regen as much as they can in this lane to really make it out. Because top lane, I think we already have Brown Boots shenanigans. Wise sniped a courier while he goes to cut the wave, but you know, that is going to be what this laning stage is. I think down bottom we'll have a much more normal lane.
Yeah, I expected this to happen, so he started with boots. This is very nice. So you can chase the Doom down. Doom doesn't have boots, just a windlace. But still, he gets the wave. It's going to just drag it all the way down. It's gonna deny some of the creeps here. Is he gonna do like a half pull? Sometimes you see people, I guess in this case it's hard to do the half pull. So he's just gonna pull the whole wave here. He's gonna deny 2 creeps minimum.
Is that the rule if you do this?
Sorry?
Is that the rule? Like you need to at least deny 2 creeps for this move to be worth it? Something like this?
I try to deny as much as you can, but usually minimum like you'll get 2 creeps, but he's gonna get 3. You deny all the melee
basically
heroes, the melee
if
creeps.
you're position 4, if you're playing offlane and your position 4 skips the wave, and then all of a sudden you see 4 of your own creeps coming back into their lane, you're like, what have you done? You're a little bit upset with him.
I think you'll never see 4 creeps coming back. Yeah, sure. If 4 creeps came
Jump
back
here onto low. He's hit by this incapacitating bite and slowed to a crawl with the blood grenade, but he's going to be okay for now. Planet actually with a very nicely timed flame break caught him mid Earth Shock, so that was very nicely done.
Yeah, he's definitely getting pressured on the Earth side here, this lane. So far 7 and 1. Wood is 10 and 5, so that's going really well. He also has gone for the Feeding Frenzy facet instead of the Necrotic Webs, which is I think the better laning facet. Feeding Frenzy is strong later, but in the lane it doesn't help you.
Mid, nothing to say. Oh, he's gonna die actually. Just a solo kill. XM runs him down. He gets to level 4, the Vortex into 2 static remnants, and he did not miss uphill. Everything going in his way there, including with some creep aggro shenanigans, and he gets a solo kill for first blood. Oh, nothing to say.
Radiant's top
Big kill,
tower is
very
under
big
attack.
kill. XM definitely stomping his authority in this series. He's doing well. Like last game on the Invoker, he was also doing really well. And same goes for this game, you know. Definitely putting his team on his back, doing some hard carrying. And Storm is like I feel like one of the best heroes to get like a small little lead and slowly snowball from it. You know? Like out of all the mid heroes, I think Storm is like the scariest one to give a lead to.
It's got to be up there, right? I think other than that, it's like your Huskars and your normal lane stompers, but the way that Storm can really turn a game on its head
Yeah,
is
the way he
terrifying.
utilizes net worth, like it's just so good. He can gank
Especially
so
like
easily
yeah.
with his ball lightning. It's just difficult, you know. Especially when if he wins his lane and he gets the runes, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble, you know. So we saw like in the previous series as well, if you don't control runes against Storm, what could happen. So this game, Team Tidebound kind of has to help the Sanking, you know, when the runes spawn at 6 minutes.
It's gonna have to be on their radar, right? I think Brood has got to be one of these heroes where eventually you can leave her when she gets like level 4, level 5, right? Like surely this lane is not that lethal to her, I assume.
She wants to be alone to get that early level 6. I think even at minute 5, as soon as the nighttime hits, you can probably just run around and stack as the bat and help your Sanking.
Well, we're at that nighttime now already, about to hit the 5-minute mark. Only 1 kill so far on the laning stage. And right now, XM, you know, again, doing a lot of work for his team. Top lane Mew is, you know, keeping up as well. Actually, he wants to try and go for a kill. TPs are coming in from Planet as Paulson behind the tier 1 tower, having, I believe, gone through the gate, is going to end up getting caught. Mew turning and fighting as they've dismantled the tombstone, but Mew, he just doesn't have enough HP to play here. PYW now eating a creep before he goes. He says, I'm going to digest this delicious wagon. There's nothing you can do to stop me. Nom 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 nom. His Planet kills him.
Yep, they got
Good
punished
job eating
there.
the wagon, though.
Good TP there by Planet, punishing that aggression. Just went a little too deep, you know, for Team XG. You know, this is a move that they've been doing time and time over again, but this time didn't really work out for them.
Why? He's going to go through the gate down bottom. They're going to try for a kill onto low. Mid lane, they're making another effort here on nothing to say. PYW's actually committed the TP here. Low, dying underneath his tier 1 tower as they get the last hit onto nothing to say. So a 1-for-1 trade here on cores. Winter, who is that better for?
Yeah, I think it's really good for XG because Storm is getting the kill. I mean, Ursa is like whatever, you know, he is going to be fine. If Storm is rich, I think the Ursa will eventually find his space to farm, you know. So I think the trade was actually good for XG. And now they're staying behind in mid. The supports are behind. They are going to kill the Sand King. They're looking for him a moment again to kill him and send him back to the base.
Oh, surely they don't kill him a second time in a row. That'd be ridiculous. That's illegal. Nothing to say. He's going to burrow strike underneath his tower. And yeah, he knows that they're trying to get on top of him. No such luck here. Okay, so the biggest impact then is, as you say, right, this Storm up to 5 galvanized charges. He's casually sitting at 6 mana regen a second here already. He's feeling pretty good. But down bottom, Bach so far has been able to open up his lane a little bit more. Paulson returns to lane and, well, needs to try and clear some of these creeps at the very least. You can see the Undying now being chilling down here as they're going to let the Siege Wagon do as much work as possible onto this tier 1 tower.
Yeah,
Wait,
trying to
but
keep the Siege
Shiro,
creep alive.
Yeah, and Shiro's come through. They're going to try and really take advantage of this. Wise planting a Tombstone. XM's TPing in, as is PYW.
Oh, party.
Bach,
We have a
he doesn't
party.
have quite level 6 yet, as Bach in some trouble, taken down. Low, still alive here, has managed to keep Shiro at bay as XM jumps onto him now. PYW strikes him down for a double kill. Low finally is going to die. The wagon still on top of this tower here, however, as surely this tower is going to end up going down denied by XM, who comes out of this fight with 7 galvanized charges now. It's a 2-for-1 trade as the Ursa goes down again in exchange for his tower and the enemy safe laner and the enemy off laner. I have to say, I think XM, I can't speak for the rest of Xtreme Gaming, but he's probably been feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he is the fattest hero on the map right now. Sand King has somewhat recovered. He didn't show up for the bottom fight, so he cleared some creeps, went to the jungle, and he is, I would say, like at a reasonable point in terms of net worth right now. Equal, all 3 costs on Team Tidebound. Sand King, Gyro, and the Brute. Back on
Wait,
the other hand,
Faith
oh my god.
Beyond, he's just dying again down bottom? What?
Alright,
He
that
just died
has,
again.
that has to be, you know, like the more costly death, the second one. Now there goes all his momentum in this game. Like Storm waited around. He just felt like he could maybe do something more in the bot lane. I think this is also something that's very prevalent in high level play, right? When you gank one lane, don't leave right away. You just wait and see if the person TPs back and you can kill him again, you know, if you still have health and mana.
Seriously. Looking really, really good now here for XG early on. Again, I think the biggest thing is going to be the Storm Spirit. I mean, he's got to be feeling amazing. PYW even with the mana burn creep. Remember, that also has the mana aura. So he's regenerating for a whole lot. It's not as good as a Pugna strat, sure, but for XM, he is certainly feeling very nice with a nearly 10 regen a second. At 9 minutes into the game, pushing this tier 1 tower. Paulson is going to aid this push and speed it up with this Centaur Conqueror. Oh, why? He made the mistake of showing in lane even for a second XM. He will zip after him here a second time. Tombstone is going to be planted. They will lose Mew in the meantime. Seems like that was going to be down bottom. Yeah, they missed uphill.
Miss.
Look at Wise trying to get into a chase, but no such luck, especially with nothing to say now coming back from the bot lane. That would be a perilous jump, only to secure a kill there onto an Undying. XM showing patience and maturity here, not jumping any further.
Yeah, meanwhile, Faith Beyond got a solo kill on Neobot. Just ran him down with the
Solo
spiders.
kill? It wasn't a solo kill, he got lassoed, but you know, good damage, good kill.
Oh, he got... okay. I didn't realize it was also a bat nearby.
That's okay. That's why I pay for Dota plus Death Summary. It's great.
It is great. Arcane Ruin, that is also great for XM. Best Ruin?
Yeah, he'll be feeling really happy if he sees that. Just bullying away, nothing to say. A bit more. Tombstone's going to be on cooldown here for 20 seconds. Can they really find something here? Paulson's right underneath a ward. Nothing to say he's level 9. He's not found an opportunity yet to use the Epicenter, and he won't really need to use it here either with the Stinger.
Yeah, it just got destroyed by just one rocket barrage. So Gyro also has opted to go for Afterburner. We've seen a lot of them going for the secondary strikes more, the carry Gyros. Even in the game where we saw a position 5 Gyro today, I think it was Polzon, he went for the secondary strike passive instead of the Afterburner. think the afterburner is actually good against a hero like Ursa, because you need to kite him around. And when he's trying to kill you, you pop your rocket barrage and you'll be really quick. And Doom onto Sand King. Seems like there's no way out. For nothing to say.
No way out. Absolutely not. Now he's going to be killed off. Nothing to say. He gets jumped there by XM and the Doom.
Things looking really rough, you know, in the last 2 minutes for Team Tidebound. I mean, Gyro at least is doing really well, so they have to, you know, they have to try to play around that a little bit more.
He's farming, and he's going for this gyro build that, you know, I like to say kind of punches about. Oh, that is a great jump. Wow, Planet. Can they actually kill him in time, though? Hoping Missile's not going to reach him, and the tombstone damage isn't going to do much. However, XM, he jumped in pretty deep here. Still manages to escape thanks to the Arcane Rune active, though. I can't believe Low gets away with that. That's crazy. That is madness. New. He is going to be getting some damage up now onto that tier 2 tower. Sorry, make that tier 1 tower. How's his game going here so far on the TB? It's going fine. You know, it's not been as strong as last game, I have to say. As, oh, hold on, we're missing a fight. I'm missing a fight. XM out of mana this time around. He's going to go down to the lasting epicenter pulses there. He's going to lose his stacks, really, there of Galvanize. Most importantly, a big death and some gold fed on over to nothing to say.
Yeah, but that kind of actually created some time for New to finish off the top tower. So I think they're still fairly happy with the trade, like overall. And Planet also picked up the rune, so got his rune, he's out of there. Almost got his dagger. Another 600 gold. Yeah, still pretty close game. I mean, still both sides are still happy with their positions. And as the laning phase starts to break down, you're gonna start to see the items like dagger coming into play, getting a pick off left and right, trying to outmaneuver your opponents when you're farming the map, and that is something we've seen XG especially done really well when it comes to like the plays moving around the twin gate, using smoke, forcing you to move on one side of the map, hunting you on the other side.
We're going to hit some action timings here, though, now for Team Tidebound. Well, let me restart that. We're going to hit some action timings here for Team Tidebound as Bach has his Orchid Malevolence online. Nothing to say on the Sand King. Ready on the Blink Dagger. So 2 big timings here. Gyro's still going, like I said, for this build where eventually when he joins fights, he'll be doing a bit more with this Crystallis Axe. But again, really for the time being, the team's going to try and sweep and play on the opposite side of the map as they are now. Bach leading them through the jungle. So it'd be a great time to find a pick off and turn it into a tier 1 tower. PYW would make a good first target. Smoke breaks on him as, oh, he actually gets off the War Stomp. So he'll live a little bit longer before Bach spits on him and spawns some spiderlings out of his body. XM, he's normally not a very noteworthy rune, but the Bottled Illusion rune is going to give him perhaps a much-needed dispel against Bach's Orchid. We'll see how he puts this to use. Not on this particular occasion, of course. Doesn't need it yet. No threat to his life.
Yeah, he can play really aggressive if he wants to with the Illusion rune, since he knows he can't die. Unless Planet gets a lasso on him, he has the dagger completed.
That's another good point. Yeah, you're right. Planet's been having a pretty solid game overall on the Bat Rider. PYW... Oh, interesting. PYW. PYW on Doom, he is going to go for the drums into immediately the Vanguard and Crimson. So that's kind of a cool build, honestly, on the support Doom. Last game he did opt for a Midas. It seems like he's going to go directly into those earlier items for the benefit against the Spiderlings and also the Gyrocopter. I think it makes a lot of sense here. And the zombies, actually, from the Tombstone, now that I think about it. Planet being ran down here by the Illusions, but he's going to be a bit too speedy.
Yeah, once they get the Crimson plus Pipe on Terrorblade already has Pipe. They should be able to survive through a lot of the bursts from the Sand King, Gyro, the Bats, Magic, and all the summons, you know, doing those little damage with the Crimson Guard.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They're gonna go Rosh now, so let's see if Team Tidebound knows what's happening. Probably not. It's usually pretty difficult when the Radiant side has Ursa or TA, and they're doing Rosh 15 minutes to 20 minutes. It's very hard for Dire team to get here most of the time, because you're always going to be playing across the map, opposite sides. It's not natural for you to move top to defend the Rosh.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane's getting shoved in a little bit now as Rosh falls, but Shiro defends the tower with a quick call down. But with a wagon down here bottom, Bach and the Lings might get to work here a little bit. So a lot of Spiderlings joining. Yeah, we've had this conversation. Remember, they're called little Spiderlings and Broodlings.
Yeah, but you have to ask the C2 community if you're allowed to call them Lings.
I think we're allowed to call them Lings. Look, sometimes you get surrounded by them, sometimes you get flooded. You've never been the victim, you've been playing Lion, you're trying to farm a camp, all of a sudden there's a Spiderling run by, and you just die. That happens all the time to me.
Radiant's bottom tower.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, then you get 12 pulled, you mess up your wall, you know, your add-ons aren't going well, you're flying your factory and your starport, and all of a sudden the Lings come in. It happens all the time to me when I play Dota2.
Yeah. Okay, Richie, I get the point, okay? Fear the Brood and the Lings.
Fear the Brood and Fear Planet, who jumps in with this initial lasso. There's a full Crimson Guard online, though. Do they really have the damage to the Crimson? Doesn't really look like it at the moment. Epicenter hasn't done enough, and now Mew, he gets off the Sunder. The Undying's gonna die, but actually, because of the Ceaseless Dirge, he's back in this fight. Tombstone hasn't been focused down, but they've gotten through 2 cores here already. Paulison trying to take down Shiro. But really, it's going to end up going the other way. As Low, he will be last to fall here. PYW still running around in the fight, but because of that Ceaseless Dirge innate, it's going to be hard for them to win this fight. XM jumps away on like 10 HP. I can't believe it. He's going to end up dying to the Dirge as Low, the lone survivor, really wants to get this kill onto Shiro, but can't quite find it. That was an insane fight there. XG, they just bit off more than they could chew, I think, Winter.
Yeah, they got busted by the Banelings. They
got Baneling busted, dude.
I mean, the Gyro was deceptively tanky. Okay, maybe not deceptively tanky. He was just tanky, you know, with the build. He had a lot of HP, 2.4k HP. So it took so much for them to kill him. I felt like after the Ursa lost his Aegis, they definitely had a moment to just run away, to retreat. But they decided, nope, we are going to try and get more. And yeah, pays the price, you know. Getting punished. But you saw the power of the Pipe plus Crimson in the fight, you know. The initial damage block.
It looked good for a while. Careful here, Shiro. Careful here, Shiro. You might have bitten off more than you can chew. Tombstone back down on the high ground. Called on to try and get him out of dodge.
He's still alive.
Very fast with that afterburner. But look at Paulson. He closes the door on him here, running straight on through. Big stun here by Nothing to Say. Do they have any follow-up, though? Not really. Bach, he's just not in the city. Doesn't have a lot of Lings here to fight with. Trying to go back in now, but Low jumps back onto him and absolutely shreds him. Oh no, Low jumping in for more now. He still has that enrage, so he can still stim in this fight and keep going. As Y, this time without Ceaseless Dirge, dies underneath the tier 2 tower, dead for good. For the next 30 seconds anyway. As down goes that tier 2. XG come back with a vengeance and win the team fight top lane tower fight part 2.
Yeah, this fight was a lot more cleaner, you know. They didn't really overcommit. It was like a clean catch onto the Gyro with the Storm and all the spells on him. I mean, Team Tidebound definitely needs to respect this Pipe plus Crimson Guard, you know. They don't really have a lot of damage outside it. And on top of it, they were fighting really speed up, you know. So Gyro was alone with the Undying. The rest kind of just TP in. I think when they were if they are going on Gyro, like with 2.7k HP, if the Sand King is somehow behind with a big Epi, maybe they can actually fight, you know. But the Sand King was just not there, you know. So like, there was actually like literally no way they could have taken that fight.
Yeah, and I think the Epi was on cooldown anyway, to be honest. 2-minute cooldown. 110. So it's pretty long. Smoke's immediately going to break. They find Paulison.
This is not the target they want. Oh,
no,
boy.
It is not. But it's the target they're going to have to settle for. As Paulison falls.
You know what they tell you?
Meantime,
what do they say? Things always don't go according to plan, you know. This is what you always have to learn. And you have to improvise.
When life gives you enchantresses,
you take that.
Make them listen. I don't know what else they would say, really.
And you know what? Enchantress is gonna say, I'm happy to die for my core, you know. As long as you guys
probably.
get me and you don't get my core, I've done my duty. At the post-game replay section, discussion, whatever, I can tell my drafter, I can tell my captain, see, I did my job here. I tanked the gank.
You'd be right about that. Tank the smoke gank. He did. What's New coming along now? New this time, he's not going to go for, I think last time, he went for like S and Y hard.
Yeah.
Like,
He went pipe
pretty-
shot SNY the last game.
yeah.
I think this game,
And then,
this game,
Fuels.
okay, this game he needs the dispel for the Orchid, so he's going Manta. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
But after the Manta, do you actually? I think you just go carry items. Just go, but I guess Butterfly or Scut. Scut is good against Gyro and Root. Just kite them. I mean, last game he had so his items were so funny. He had like a SMY, then he had the Yules.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it was S and so what was it? What did he build? He went pipe, shard, heart.
No, SNY
pipe.
first. SNY
Yeah,
and then
S
he
and
went
Y,
hard
and
then
then the
Yules.
heart, and then the Yules, and then he's like, maybe I'll go Wind Waker, and then I forgot what he ended the game with because it was 52 minutes or whatever.
He went
pretty long
Butterfly
game.
instead. He didn't finish
That's
the
right.
Windmaker thing in the end.
Another smoke play here. Smoke action mid. PYW with the drums. XM, he's just in. They're going to try and get through one. Nothing to say with the counter initiation.
Pipe
Stun
Crimson.
immediately. Shiro, he pops the BKB, but the pipe Crimson. It's actually going to get XM out of here. PYW not as lucky, but nothing to say. Doesn't really get the core he's after there with the use of the epicenter. Now Paulison is being run down. All 4 of his heals nipped at by all of the Lings. He perishes to the gyrocopter right underneath the tier 2 tower. Should be a pretty decent push going here now. As unfortunately for the side of XG, that was a fight that XM really quickly realized he didn't want to take. No one else could get out as fast as he could.
Yeah, but the thing is, when he went in, I felt like he also needed to use his BKB right away. Because he lost so much HP. I felt like even though he didn't die, but there's like no way you could fight after he was like at 30% or 20% after the initial. He jumped in and he got lassoed by Planet. He was saved by the pipe crimson, sure, you know, but he couldn't fight after that. So either you go in,
Maybe
you have
wasn't
to
a-
full commit. Yeah, he has to like full commit and just BKB and kill one hero first, you know. So who
Maybe he's
are they
gonna-
gonna doom? Who are they gonna doom? They need to doom. I guess you doom the Brute or the Sand King. Sand King is probably the best target.
Yeah. I think Sand King is pretty good, especially with the Bloodstone freshly completed here on the Sand King. Brood makes a decent target, and well, up until there's a Satanic, I think, on Gyro, he doesn't really come into consideration quite yet. XG on the hunt now as their smoke leads them into the enemy triangle. There has been a carry player here. They see tracks of carry players with empty camps. What more can they find, though? Just a courier there. This planet's
I like the
courier
way
is
you
going to
describe
be
it.
killed.
There has been a carry player nearby, you know, because I see all the dead creeps.
All the dead creeps, you know, the Watcher it wasn't taken. Indeed, carry player has been here.
You know, right? If the Watcher is taken, you know it's either the support or the offlaner farming those camps.
Yeah, for sure. But if the Watcher is unbothered, carry player has been here. Carry players in Dota be like, guys, you don't understand.
So relatable, man.
Yeah, they don't know about those Watcher things.
And then he got ganked, the carry got ganked because he didn't take the Watcher, and then he wonders why there's no vision. Guys, can you please buy wards? And then you, a big part of
You
you
the Watcher.
is going to type something very, very angry bad.
Oh yeah, he's gonna type something pretty filthy. Absolutely, you just know that's coming, and then you go, oh okay, my fault, man. Smile, smile. Let's win this game. And then he starts dropping his items, and oh boy, here we go. We've all been there far too many times. It's a long Rosh, by the way. That's why XG here already in position for a Rosh that isn't here, and will be at least another minute and a half. So it's basically the longest Rosh respawn timer possible. No TA in the game, so no one's got their third eye to be able to scout this ahead of time.
Well, Brood is trying to force them to TP back. This is a nice move. I like
The
this.
classic Ling run by, Ling harass.
Come on, bro. You need to leave your supply depots. Don't
Oh no,
Put it
no,
down.
they didn't wall, dude. I can't believe it. And again, Roshi's not going to be here for another minute, so it'll be some time. XM, oh, okay, he's going to. He was the siege tank there, just destroyed all of those broodmother spiderlings very quickly. Okay,
One
he's
shot,
dispatched up the threat. Like it's more like a widow mine, maybe. I don't know.
You think one day we should move to SE2?
You want to try some StarCraft too? Honestly, I'd be down. I love the game. I'm legit bronze player. I can barely micro one hero in Dota 2. I don't know what they expect me to do with all those units.
200
But I'd love to do it. Oh yeah, I've got my workers. My SCVs are standing still after they build their buildings. I'll tell you that much for sure. XG looking for another fight though is Paulison. He plants down the vision. He's standing out in front. 1400 HP here. Ends up being
XM,
strong. There goes XM. First, he's going to BKB this time. In with Lou as well as the stun. It's going to be onto PYW, trying to stop him from getting out of Doom, and they've done so successfully thanks to the stuns. Pied Crimson couldn't save him. It's not going to save Paulison either. And New dragged back to his death there by Planet. An excellent catch there with the lasso. As Team Tidebound, they might as well change their name to Game 3 Bound, because they are looking phenomenal here in the second game.
Yeah, this Crimson definitely feels like it didn't really help him, to get into engage. I think he would have much preferred having a dagger so he can actually reposition, or at least position himself well to get the Doom on the Sand King. Because I feel like once the Sand King gets the epi, it was like a one hero epi, I think. He only got the epi onto the Doom, but Doom didn't have any spells casted, so he just died before doing anything. And that was like the end of the fight. They used 2 BKB on the Storm and Ursa. They jumped on the Gyro. Wasn't even close to killing him. Yeah, and then the fight was just basically over after that. And now Ursa dies to... Okay, this is a solo kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is getting worse and worse right now for XG.
Well, this is a learning moment for them. Let's see how XG tries to rally around this, right? Because they're down 10k. We're nearly 30 minutes in, 13 to 22. Aegis, the second one.
Bro, he just sold his Crimson guy. He just sold his Crimson.
Devil's bargain, mate. A double bargain.
He bought a Midas and dagger. Right, this is not working.
Honestly, I respect it. Respectable move.
Yeah. I think he needs to just buy dagger, and he knows that if they're gonna win, they can't win the game now anymore, so he gets a Midas to scale into the late game. They're gonna need to make sure that the game lasts another 10-15 minutes for this to be worth it.
I don't think that's true. That's not how Devil's Bargain Midas math works out. Fortunately,
okay, how does it work?
XG.
Tell me.
Hold on. The Broodlings eventually, yeah, there they go. Bach adds another few Broodlings to the collection.
Yeah, Broodlings.
Technically, aren't the Broodlings, aren't they the summons from the Brood Lords, right? Isn't that how that works? Did they have Brood Lords back when you were playing, what, Heart of the Swarm or whatever?
I think yes. Yeah. You send them down. They're like free units, right?
Yeah, something like that. They're really annoying. That's all I know about them. But here goes Team Tidebound. They are going to break open this base. They may not be expecting the Blink Doom.
The Sandstorm with the banner, with the gyro hitting the base, and they're telling them, XG, come at us.
Quite the image. Oh, Planet. He is going to invite PYW in. That's an easy kill there. Not much New could really have done as they quickly get back onto the ranged barracks. They're deleted just as quickly as the bottom ones. Directly to mid now. There is going to be one last glyph to use. I think low cut away mid. The backdoor, it'll kick in. And that will buy them a little bit more time. It'll eventually kick in. Not before they lose the tier 3 tower, but eventually here it is. Just in time for the barracks to be safe and sound.
Well, they still have 2 minutes on the Aegis. Probably gonna have enough time to get another tower. Or they're just gonna go... I guess they just barrel down mid again. They wait for the next wave. So Storm does not have zip TP anymore. Yeah, there's actually just not much they can do, on the XG side. They're just way weaker right now. They wasted a bunch of gold
fight is
on their
not that great.
And they can't fight, and now they're hoping they have BKBs, and they don't,
And, well, it's going to be up to them to see what they can really make happen here. Shiro, he just feels like an absolute boss. He has been pretty unbothered all game here, honestly. Ag, Satanic, Aegis, this Daedalus, BKB. He's even holding on to the Nemesis Curse for that glass cannon debuff, just for that extra bit of damage. It's really, so far been paying off very well for him. PYW, where are you going, my friend? Trying to go for like a little rap play. He's going opposite. Low and Paulison have gone into the jungle. Okay. I guess they're just trying to buy time here and do whatever they can, but the path for XG back into this game, it's going to be a little bit more difficult here. Okay, hold on. They're trying something here. They're expecting someone to actually... they're baiting whatever's left of this wave. There's lots of pings coming through. Oh, they've seen them. I believe they've seen them here already. TPs are coming in a little bit too suspiciously.
Yeah, he has a shield rune. I mean, he's... I don't think you want to touch the Sand King, unless you can doom him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it would have to be a doom. It's tier 2 tower is going to be focused down, as now with this kind of lead up 17k. Team Tidebound looking for the entrance into game number 3. XM, he's just standing right above the spider. I think you can probably even see him. There's going to be the jump in, the zip onto Shiro. Again, it's just, I'm not really sure that's the jump they're quite looking for. They will so far be able to defend here. PYW is trying his best to just sneak around from behind and find a doom onto someone. He's currently cosplaying a ward up on a cliff near the stalwart statues. Back into the base here, and Yu is the only one showing now. Planet. Okay, very good Manta style. Avoids the lasso, but
still dies.
Nothing to say. Is certainly going to put him down. We need something in this fight, and it's just not happening. Shiro, he just blows them all up, ends the game on an ultra kill, denied of the rampage, but his power undeniable here in game number 2 as he leads Team Tidebound to a game number 3. I think we knew, Winter, starting the day, that this was not going to be a match here settled and only just, it's not a very fun Knicks experience, is it, when you're stuck in one of those? We'll see how things get going along now in our final game of the qualifiers. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. XG drawing 1-1 against Team Tidebound as we hit a small pause here. All of this to join the Yakult Bros as the second representative here to go to DreamLeague Season 25. Thanks for joining in again. Woody 5G. What's that mean?
I was looking at something else. Wait, what? What did he say? I don't know. I couldn't see what he said.
He said,
I was just...
Woody 5G. I don't know. You didn't see it?
I was checking the Beastmaster facets because he took another one. He took the Inner Beast.
Winter's such a nerd. He just always wants to talk about Dota.
That's not true. Come on, bro. You know, food is always the topic that I like to go to. So don't.
That's true. That's
think
like
that
your
I just talk about Dota.
Your first love.
First love?
And then Gondar is your second.
No, food is like my second love. Dota is like my third love. There is only
Your
one
first?
first love, and it's not you. It's definitely not you, because I don't want to be sleeping in the living room. I don't want to get kicked
Fair
out.
enough.
I'm so sorry.
No. Yeah. You're going to try and go back to bed, and Palmy's going to be in there instead of you. Oh, no.
Yeah,
But
so
we'll see
it
how
is
things get going here.
X build. Yeah, this is going to be a X build Beastmaster. He has double braces queue up. So double bracer into Aghanim's, I guess that would be the build here for him. Throw back. X Beastmaster. I'm done with ball because I'm playing into PA and Enchantress. This is why Dota is such a fluid game. Things change all the time. Builds change all the time.
Yeah, PYW ended up with the D ward as well. So both teams down 1 obs as we get things started here. Our fun lane, Winter? Our fun lane? Where are we thinking here? Might be, I guess, top, right? With these axes. Bottom, I think, is the potential to pop off with a few more levels. But I think from the get-go, we're going to be, we're going to be brawling up here. We're brawling.
No, Nyx is going to be just running around, you know. I don't know if he wants to brawl.
That's fair. Yeah,
Did he start with boots?
is-
He didn't start with boots though, so maybe he wants to fight the lane. He has
Dyer's
branch, stick,
courier has
fairy
been
fire,
killed.
so he wants to definitely play the lane. Because if you
Yeah, he
have
caught
the
a
intention
courier
to
as well there.
yeah, if you have the intention to run around, you're going to be starting with Windlace or boots most likely. But he is going to try to play lane. He's going to pull the wave. It's normal lane shenanigans now as a melee position 4. Has to be careful
Feel
because
lucky.
NP can TP in at some point to kill him and pressure him.
That's true. Not yet having no points in the teleport, but at some point that's bound to happen. Oh, I don't know how is this where the range creeps normally meet? Oh, okay, it's going to be mind flared by the Knicks. Yeah, Shiro and you, this is, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if the creeps are chasing you for like 15 seconds and they don't get aggro to anything else, I feel like they should just get back. You know, you should lose aggro or something. Maybe that's how you fix this. I feel like you should be having a little bit of counterplay potential, but sometimes I feel like we are losing our way in Dota, you know?
Well, you don't agree with the direction the game's going. Suck it up.
No,
you know?
if I-
It's not up to
I
you.
don't know if I love all this lane skipping on the pro scene, because the thing is, if it's viable and if it's good, the pros are just going to do it. And then if you don't do it, you're just at a huge disadvantage, you know? That's how these things go. I don't blame anyone for doing it. It's just it's the rules of the game now. I just
It
feel
is a
like, you
rule.
know, it's a bit much. It's a bit rich.
It is an option. How about looking at it as an option when you're up against a lane that you can't play? So you have the option to not play the lane, right? Or to play it in a different way, a creative way.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, look, I hear you. I think really I'm just mad I'm not big-brained enough to be able to pull it off. BYW is going to get another courier here, by the way.
New is in trouble.
is the one in trouble, though. We do have a stun at the ready. Blood grenade thrown as well. New, who maybe was hoping he'd get another stack of the axes off, but it's not meant to be. Shiro, he's got Phantom Strike, so very unlikely that he actually dies here to the Nyx Assassin, and he won't.
Yeah, they're also gonna lose the Lotus. This is bad. This is very bad for the Beast. He lost a wave and a half. Loses the Lotus. He only has 4 CS right now on the Beast. This is not good. No bueno, you know, Richie, as you like to say it.
No bueno. You know me, I'm always sputtering off in Spanish. Así se va, you know? Así es, así es. Okay,
How about
TP's
Gyre?
incoming. This is actually a full TP from the Bat Rider. They're going to try and get another kill onto New, and I think they've got this fairly easily. Shiro's going to be scared away, but it looks like the damage from the supports is going to be more than ample. PYW really holding on to this stun. Eventually lets loose, collects the kill onto the Enchantress, but a walk of shame now, really, back for this Beastmaster, isn't it? It's a tough start for New.
Nyx has a solo kill,
Dyer's
solo
turret
XP for that
has
kill,
been
so
killed.
he's a little bit happy. I think his Beast has essentially been downgraded into a support. Oh my god, he is walking bot jungle. He is straight up going
He
to
is
jungle.
walking. No, he's leaving. He is not going back to this top lane anymore.
I am
And
done.
well, I guess the Nyx is the offlaner now. I remember when this guy used to be an actual offlaner. That's when Clockwork was an offlaner too. That was a long time ago.
Tower is under
My
attack.
goodness.
That was like literally 10 years, maybe more than 10 years ago. Nyx off lane.
Yeah, probably 10 years ago. That was when Faceless Void was also an offlaner. I remember my boy Universe landing those Universe Chronos, stunning everyone in the fights.
Do you know what makes a universe chrono?
What's that?
If you catch the heroes all on the edges of the bubble, then only you can call your chrono a universe chrono.
Yeah, yeah. And then if you miss, right, if none of the heroes in the bubble, it's a Lotus Sphere, isn't it?
I was trying so hard not to go there. Like,
I mean, look, it's only natural, okay? Look. You gotta give some respect to Loda, right? I mean, he played a whole lot longer than Universe did. Universe won a TI, and he went, yeah, you know what? I think I'm done, boys. Careful here, low. He's gonna be in some trouble. He does actually get hexed up, which is gonna free him. All of a sudden, they turn back onto Bach. with the damage. It's kind of overwhelming here. Oh, not until XM joins the fray, though. PYW, he is going to go down. Nothing to say. He's TP'd in to join this engagement low. Worse for wear. He can't really give any more chase, so it's a 1-for-1 trade as PYW gives his life to get the better trade there on the Doom.
I mean, still, this is looking really good for Team Tidebound here. You have forced the opponent's Beastmaster to jungle. I mean, this is already a huge, huge victory. PA is like free farming.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the lane.
Middle tower is under
It's gonna get
attack.
a insane time on the Battle Fury.
I think the only thing that Shiro is slightly upset is that he fully upgraded the Orb of Corrosion. I don't know if he really would have done that if he had known that Beastmaster was going to tap out after 2 kills. But like you say, all things else, he is extremely happy. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's probably hoping he was a Venom, you know? That's like the fastest jungle. Not Beast.
Top tower is under attack.
Alright, this is gonna be a very long way back for Xtreme Gaming. You know, they have to try to find the will. Find a way and find a will. As they always say, when there's a will, there's a way.
Yep. Well, XM, he's denied his tower here already. Such is life right now in this kind of a game. Look, it's only they're down 1 kill, less than 1k.
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
I mean, it's bad enough, right? You lost your mid tower and your offlaner's jungling. Imagine we're in a game, in a pub, and this happened to you. Imagine what would you be thinking at this point of the game? Not very nice things, you know.
I'd be thinking about my grab food order already, honestly. I'd be thinking about who I want to put on my avoid list. I'd be thinking about the next song I want to listen to. Wouldn't really be thinking a lot of positive things about this game, though. I'm not going to lie to you. BYW, just soaking levels where he can. He does well to at least zap the creep there, but yeah, that's already the second tower down already. Meanwhile, down bottom, Coil out from XM. They get another kill onto Bach. Look, it's something, right? New, though, he is, I mean...
I also actually kind of like that they let the Nyx soak up all the solo XP here. You know, the Beast actually chose not to TP back to the lane. I think if you want to move forward from this point, you try to give the Nyx a quick level 6 and play around his pickoffs as soon as possible, because that's the way that I think you can maybe drag yourself back into the game. If you can get like a couple of kills, especially onto the MP.
Yeah, but I think the time has come where Team Tidebound are going to really flex this NP. 2 heroes coming to do the twin gates now, and, well, the NP just looking for the right opportunity to join this fight. This is going to be pretty good damage here, actually, onto Bach. They might even, they do get the kill onto him. Still, though, against 5 heroes low, he is still going to fall. Pretty decent stuff. XM, he's going to return to the fray. He's got Coil in 10 seconds, a little bit low on mana as he does chase after Planet. Paulison, he's going to cluster cluck himself, but still end up dying. So 2-for-1 trade. Yeah, certainly doesn't feel too good, does it? It's New who's like, pretty nearby, but he's just...
He's not really useful, Richie. He is not useful.
That's what I was trying to find a good way, a nice way to put. Yeah, but it's just kind of the fact here. As XM, he's been able to at least TP away and avoid a death.
Chiro shows up, ends the party. He says, we are going to be able to play with 5 heroes and you can't because Beastmaster is currently playing jungle mode. So taking full advantage of that, getting all, like 10 minutes, free 10 minutes. How often have you seen like all tier 1 towers go down on one side, pre 10 minutes? It's not often, you see this.
No, you're absolutely right. XG, they've got to get something here.
Nyx is level 6.
Smoke play. This is a potential way to open up their game, especially if they can find Shiro here. He's farming pretty aggressively. His next camp move is going to be fairly obvious. Coil committed here with Mass Serpent Wards as well, and just holding him down, trying to stop him from jumping away. They've got him there, dead to right. Sam gets the kill as well. That is exactly what the doctor ordered.
That is an early raid packet, 600 gold for the team XG.
Long pile for him.
Yeah, Angpao for XM, Is he like he's like the non-married one, right?
Okay, first roar of the game. New picks up a kill. You're saying, sorry.
You see like the non-married guy, because the married person you can't take the Angpao.
It's true. That's why I'm never getting married, Winter, and I'm gonna come visit you every year.
Just for that answer.
Just for that sweet, sweet ang pao.
Are scanning.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you're willing to do that, you know, I appreciate the amount of value you put in our friendship.
Yeah, man, I gotta sit on a plane for 14 hours just to get there. Even longer. Basically 22. PYW, he's stalking here. Does have his level 6. If he can get maybe another 2 heroes, this is a pretty hard kill, especially with 21 charges.
Like, which 2 hero? I think Puck needs to be one of those heroes.
Yeah, but Pocket and maybe Gyro. It's a really hard kill. They need a lot of damage there. And speaking of Gyro, you know, he's got this Falcon Blade ready to go. No chop shop action. These Gyros never use that innate, but it is going to at least be a Chrysalis online sooner rather than later. Bach's the only Dire hero who's been having a bit of a tough time. And, you know, honestly, Mew, after getting his 1 kill, look, I'm not saying he's back in there, but he's managed to keep pace with Bach, who is a hero that has Devour. So that's not bad at all here as far as recovery goes for XG.
Yep, gotta agree there, you know, my friend Richie. Gotta give you the thumbs up on that. And meanwhile, XM kills Planet, and the Serpent Wards have been dropped to kill the mid tier 1. This is gonna be the first tower for Team XG here. Finally, a reward for all their hard work for the first 10 minutes.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They're going to be pretty happy with that. I think the only thing they're going to be very unhappy with is the fact that Shiro continues to farm. They did pick him off once. It was a big kill there to stop him from getting something like a 13-minute Battle Fury. But eventually that will come online. I do like to see that Low is playing quite active here as well. It's good to see him really putting all of his abilities to use here early on. I'm always a little bit shocked here, especially, I mean, I guess he has gone for secondary strikes, but I think there's so much damage, so it's nice to see him use it early. Paulison, he's going to go hunting here, plants down a ward, does scout Shiro, but Wise giving chase here. Planet as well is going to be joining this smoke gank, as Paulison, caught by the creeps, turns himself into a chicken, does manage to juke a little bit of action here, but with nothing to say coming through the teleports, there was really going to be no outrunning those heroes.
Yeah, New, he scouts the gate movement. He tells his team to tell guys, come over, and then all of a sudden it was just a bait. Yeah. They didn't complete the journey over across the map. And PYW is still in enemy territory looking for a kill, but still hasn't really found. Because PA doesn't really get low when he jungles, you know. That's why Nick's can't really find a lot of opportunities.
Not really that kind of hero.
Yeah. I mean, if it was like something else that can lose HP, lose health, then you might have
like a bristle or something. Ooh, they have stopped.
Oh, he got the rune.
PYW, but actually he managed to still get the Wisdom rune. That's pretty nice.
Mission accomplished, you know. It is just like you traveling 14 hours just for that raid packet, you know. That's what PYW did there.
True.
Traveling all the way from the Radiant base to the Dire base to pick up that rune.
Yeah,
and he gets a free,
though.
he gets a free ride home, you know, in the process. I'm afraid you can't get a free ride home. It just doesn't work like this for you.
No, it does not. Unfortunately, it does not. But you know what?
I'll buy you food, okay, to compensate your trip and your flight.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know who's not gotten a free ride, but who has had a rough ride and is now, you know, coming back into this game slowly? It's New. Dude, he's going to have this Ag Scepter online, the Drums of Salam online soon. They're sieging a tier 1 tower. I mean, they're keeping this game competitive. That being said, Shiro is starting to explode in farm now that he's got his Battle Fury online, but you know, they've kept the losses. They could have hemorrhaged a lot more, basically, right? It was looking real ugly there for a moment as they're getting demolished by Rosh coming through the gates. And all of a sudden, they are looking pretty decent here. They're going to drop these Serpent Wards and get to work. Didn't these Serpent Wards used to do, like, way too much damage to Rosh? Wasn't that a thing for a while? For, like, 2 weeks? You remember that?
Was it with the type of attack that the ward was doing?
Yeah, it was like it was a ward type, so it did just like a ton of damage for whatever reason to Rosh. I just remember that was like a little stupid thing for a while. But look at him! Aegis claimed now by the gyrocopter. He's about halfway towards his own Scepter. Dude, this is a game, honestly. Still small advantage, of course, naturally, for Team Tidebound, but keeping it even, keeping it competitive.
Yeah, they've definitely done a really good job to give themselves a chance, this game. So the Beastmaster has air games up soon. I still think with the air games, you still have to keep farming and just trying to wait for the right opportunities, Just push out the waves and wait for Nick to get a gank off. I don't necessarily feel like they are like on a timer or anything, even though it's against a PA. I think late game PA, you have a beast, maybe with refresher, you double raw him. There's still a lot of ways to deal with him.
Yeah, Huck 25 talent, right? Dream Coil pierces immunity with an Acceptor Parasma kind of a thing going on. I think it's doable. I think you've got ways of hunting and chasing down an NP. Oh, I think they're going to look for the PA now, actually. New. Smoked up. Not really sure what the objective is. It seems like instead it's going to be for Y, who is caught by the shackles. Down he goes. New is giving chase, though, onto Shiro. PYW is coming through the twin gate. Roar is going to be ready soon here. There's no running from this scuttled bug either, but nothing to say. TPing on into this fight. He's actually going to be the one Roar. They're splitting their targets pretty effectively. It seems like the coil is really nice as well. New tanking a lot of damage, still alive somehow as he turns and fights that last Axis.
Wow.
Look at this XG fighting their way back into the game. That is
somehow they managed to make it work, It seemed like the Beastmaster kind of lost the vision. He couldn't get the raw and PA, and they chased into the woods, but it turned out to be fine, They were able to they were able to buy enough time for his team to get to the fight, and he got like the raw onto the MP or the Doom instead of the PA, and it actually just worked out. The coil onto PA before PA has BKB is very deadly. You can't get out.
Definitely. Really impressive stuff there. Honestly, just looked really good. Very convincing fight. All of a sudden, they lead 11-7. They have a 2K net worth lead now on the side of Xtreme Gaming. A few more items coming in. They put down the PA1s, put the fear inside of her here. It's Shiro. It is a lovely start. But that being said, there's still a few items still coming out from Team Tidebound, we should say. This BKB ready in just 500 gold. For Shiro, Orchid still a bit away, actually, for nothing to say. I guess really the big item is Planet's Blink Dagger Lasso. Off cooldown in just 5 seconds for the Bat Rider. And that might actually catch out XM. He does not really have a defensive item. Biz building into the Yules eventually. There's nothing to say. I think he showed underneath this Observer Ward, but
Radiant are scanning.
he TPs to the other corner map. The other corner.
That
camp,
is like
sorry.
a short flight, It's just like KL to Singapore. A short one.
Yeah, KL to JB even,
No, it got him out of trouble, That's all that matters.
It did, yeah, it did. Goodness. Okay, team fight breaking out here instead, though. There is vision, and there's going to be the Blink Lasso Doom on top of XM. No way out for him. Low, thinking about maybe fighting into this one. He gets actually pushed outside of the Sprout. He's just taking way too much damage. That's only the Aegis, though. Serpent Wards are still down in this fight. I just don't know if they could take it, honestly. Okay,
yeah,
the
BKB on
cluster
PA
to at least get dispelled. He's still fighting, but BKB on PA is going to be caught by that roar. However, it's not going to matter much by the looks of it here. Gleipnir on nothing to say is just locking him down. He's able to TP away, but the fight has gone just horribly for them.
Oh, the
BYW, he runs back on in, actually gets a kill. Does he TP away as well? No, he does not, but a little troll here. Gets the tip out of nothing to say. He's got to at least tip his hat for that one. Finds a pretty juicy target at the end. This damn Nyx Assassin players, man, they just make me laugh.
Hashtag worth, Richie. He got more gold than they got for killing him, so it was worth for PYW.
They did. That they did.
Yeah, but that was the first reveal of BKB, so that was a strong timing for PA. So now XG are gonna be, they have to be more careful, right? They actually even did get the raw on PA, but the fight still,
I did.
it was still difficult.
The problem was the puck getting caught the way that they did, right? XM is just way too much net worth, way too much damage of their team.
He got lasso and doom, right? He died. Time to build a link.
I mean, honestly, that's just gonna happen. You know, you're playing against two really strong ultis like that. It's bound to happen at some stage, but it did really make that quite difficult, didn't it?
Yeah, I think you kind of need to play nearer to the shaman because the shaman is the one that can save you. If it's
At least from the lasso, it's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they were just a bit separated. They couldn't really save the gyro there either. He kind of got stuck on one side of the sprout. Ended up being a bit tough for him there, but well played, right? Team Tidebound, like I said, that was the blink lasso reveal, and went swimmingly for them there, didn't it?
Yeah. And now this one, Fuxia Lord Gaben Bless. Okay, Enchantress is best with the power of the Spoink.
Pretty good. Y with the drums of endurance, right, is building into the Dragon Lance as well. Over on the other side at the 20-minute mark, we also saw XG take their Tormentor, Shaman with the upgraded Shackles now. So spawns in a few snakes.
Which you call your favorite shot?
Cast range.
You say it's your favorite shot before? The Shaman shards?
It's one of, I think, the more pleasant upgrades. It's a nice like
pleasant
quality of life improvement. I think there are certainly better ones for sure, but that one's pretty fun too. Kind of giving chase here, kind of chasing shadows. I'm not really sure what these two are looking for, but they were pretty convinced that the Beastmaster went to the right. He didn't. He went towards the Lotus Pool, and he'll be able to TP away safely.
Yeah, he's working on his BKB. Not really not really like a super good BKB game, but I guess he just has to get it against like all the small little damage, like the Gleipnir, the Orchid, Scorch Earth, Infernal Blade.
Yeah, I guess you're right there. I mean, it's going to be a triple BKB here eventually, actually. Oh, no, it isn't. Actually, XM has decided to change it up. So just a double BKB between the Beast and the Gyro.
And they have to try to get a pick here because Rosh is about to spawn. So either side they are gonna be very wary of this. And to be honest, if you're Dire, you probably want, actually if you're Radiant, you want it to go top, so it's easier for you to access top. So you want it to be a Night Rosh. If you're Dire, you want the Rosh to be bought now. You want it to spawn right now.
We'll see how quick it'll be. 2 seconds until we'll know the timer. New's going to end up going to do the twin gate here. It is a long Rosh, nearly 3 minutes, the max duration before he respawns. So he will be top. Of course, neither team knows that at the moment. And it's Team Tidebound with the superior positioning, not only over bottom, but also kind of over top here at the moment with the Doom going through the gate uncontested.
Yeah, meanwhile, POW is looking for a kill here. I don't think he has enough damage, right, to kill the MP. Definitely not. Wait, 2.3k HP.
You probably get... Anyway, the bat's free, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, well, he might not be free if he got if he has a sixth sense for you. That is, unless you've got allies around. That turns into a pretty nice kill. Shiro's going to complete the TP. Eat some shackles immediately. Maybe they can get something out of this. The roar committed. The call down. He's actually dead.
Wow.
Wow.
That turned out really well.
And Politan's got another one. Look at this guy. He's got nothing to say. He literally can't do anything there. It's just 3 dead, just like that. The damn shaman just completely rinsed them.
They got shaman for sure. So much control. PA got control by Shackle, Raw, and the stun from Nyx. So the scout, the Nyx, the annoying Nyx actually created that scenario for his team to take advantage of. So sometimes when you're roaming around and you don't find anything, don't give up, you know. This is what we learn. Keep trying.
That's true.
And eventually you'll be able to create something that your team can take advantage of.
And most importantly, make sure you get off your carapace. I think that's the biggest reason PYW is able to kind of laugh the way that he is, right? I mean, it looks so good there.
The thing is, like, when you're playing bad into Nyx, you need to try and lasso him without popping your Firefly. That's why I learned the hard way, you know. You blink on top of him and you don't use your Firefly. You just lasso him and you drag him. I mean, you still get stunned, but at least you're controlling him. Because if you have Firefly on, you're never gonna get the lasso on him.
Dire's top
Yeah,
tower is under
exactly.
attack. Are scanning.
Yeah, Nyx is he's one of these really annoying buggers, isn't he? This is why, like, I don't know why I saw PYW play this Nyx hero before during the quals. It seems like he's the kind of player that can really take advantage of this kind of ratty play style here. Careful, nothing to say has been scouted.
Play style? Come on.
Yeah, you know, you're like hiding, you're like joining the team fights after they're over and sniping a low HP core, you know. Just like a little, you're like a little
Don't
ratty,
worry, Richie.
you know?
This is not ratty. Smoke coming in to fight the Rosh. This is 5 heroes walking in the night
I've
trying
got
to
vision
look for
now.
a fight.
They've seen the Ench, lots of vision being planted down as Ench is making herself look very appetizing with that little Sproink play. They have vision now on the PA as her blur does break. DreamLeague giving some pretty good vision in the fight as Rosh, he has now spawned in. It's going to be a long time till he moves back down bottom as well. So low, he says, guys, I think I'm just going to start Rosh. They put down the mass serpent wards. They do get to work now.
Oh, here we
They
go.
just left the
PYW.
Greater Treants in the pit. PYW trying to just keep them at bay here.
Okay, what's wasted?
Ready
It's time to
and in
go.
position with the Vendetta. XM here from the side as well. Another waning, another orb on in as that's going to be a
Buck,
good stun.
he's in
They're going to
trouble.
try and
He's
burst
down.
this Doom, and they've got him. And look at the shackles onto Shiro. He's just dead again. Got the BKB off for what? Mew, he ends up actually dying to Roshan of all things. The Doom's gonna buy back, but low, he just dismantles Planet and nothing to say. And look, another Shackles. Paulison, he just can't stop landing them. Why? He is gonna go down, makes it 4 dead. Back, he buys back for what?
What did he
And now
actually
Rosh.
die to? The PA, he just disappeared. He went in, he BKB, and he just died to what, the gyro right clicks?
No, I'll tell you what, he didn't BKB, he got shackled, and then he BKB'd as soon as the shackle ended. He died to magic damage, Winter. He died to call down, he died to rocket barrage, he died to puck. And then the killing blow was some physical damage, of course, right? Not to be pedantic, but he died to mostly magic damage in that fight. He just got caught without his BKB on again.
Yeah, can't be too greedy about delaying the usage of the BKB against Shaman.
Are scanning.
You just gotta click the BKB and go in. Well, that has already turned the whole game around 180 degrees. Actually,
Seriously.
feeling like they're in full control, and they're definitely in full control of the game now. PA doesn't feel scary at all. That Phantom Assassin, it's not gonna be one-shotting your supports anytime soon.
No, especially when one of them is this Nyx assassin. And let's just talk about a road to recovery for New. I mean, as far as net worth, he's not really like all there yet. But just the way that he started this game, I think he jungled from level 2.
Yeah, he
Jungled from,
definitely
like, minute 3.
he definitely got through the game in a hard way, you know. And now Nyx gonna find another pick here.
Yeah,
oh boy,
it's a big one too. The Doom. I mean, it's just so easy, right? This Carapace with the Scorched Earth and the Firefly. This is a dieback too here, by the way. So a costly death. As they will continue just pushing straight in here to the mid-tier 2 tower. Shiro, I don't know what item he needs to buy to be able to get through these shackles, but Paulson, he's got to be really feeling himself here, as the bot tier 2 is actually going to be the target of the tower of choice.
you said buy items to counter that.
Middle tower
You
is
say he
under
needs to
attack.
buy another item to deal with the Shaman Shackles. Just needs to click
Well,
his BKB and going.
what I said was I don't know what he has to buy because
No, you suggesting he should buy a Lincoln's? Or he's hoping his
I don't know. I
that
don't
will
know
buy
what
a
I'm
Lincoln, just
suggesting
put it
is-
on him.
Is under attack.
Something's got to give though, as the Roshan banner is planted.
Yep, try to hide your
Down,
tower.
that's-
Doesn't work.
Tier 3, that doesn't work, I think, when the snakes get the vision of it. They even use the glyph. Okay, so they want to take a fight here with the Doom. They've got their BKBs ready. They've got Gleipnir. They've got this Orchid. They have Blink Lasso. Let's see what they can find it on PYW. He's in, though.
Treeman
Look at the stun! He stuns 3, and the roar!
That's
Shiro's
it.
dead
That is
again.
game.
Whoa, with the ultra kill.
PYW.
GG, XG. They are going to play in DreamLeague Season 15, and what a finish here by them in this game number 3. The server barely can keep up with the insanity but just a beautiful play there by PYW. Holy moly, what a finish.
Yeah, I mean, this is why when you play Nyx, you have to prioritize your own game, you know, because you can do so much with the hero.